Are you willing to sacrifice your life?
The fuck was that, Ken?
Joey Fats Radio, row 1C1.
I've been loving every second. I'm not rooting for injuries openly, but
I just pretended that was Brian Deegan.
I'm so fucking pumped. I'll be like, yeah, bitch, fuck
I will do that.
I'm gonna find him on LinkedIn and be like, "Did you punch a kid in the face? Tell me the truth."
All right, Sean brought his A game tonight. All right, okay, I like it. I like where this is going. And I don't want to put this as like a thing. Like he wasn't a bad guy, as far as
Who
we
said
know.
he was a bad guy?
I don't know, but I feel like we're painting him in this light that he was like this bad guy, and I don't want to do that. To this day, I hope you hear this. Fuck you. But rules are rules, okay? Stupid rule, but it was a rule. If you were a Crip and you were cooling in the cut, what do the Bloods do? Are they booling in the butt? Yep. Also, we are extremely juvenile, and yeah, whatever. Fuck you. All right.
I've used it. I admit it. You fucking smashed me in the ass, you dumb fuck.
Oh baby, do we got a show for you? Well, Sean.
Well, we got one trade right from last week.
We got one. We nailed one trade, which I think everybody nailed one trade. The other trade, on the other hand. Holy shitballs. That was...
They had to ruin A.J. Brown Day.
They did. It was like the Rams couldn't just... Like, they're still bitter about 0-1. And they were just
and
like...
18.
Oh, right, and 18. Yeah, you're right.
They're 0 for 2.
Yeah, 0-2. They're like, not this time, motherfuckers. We'll see your asses. I doubt it, but they're thinking if we do, we got something for that ass. Joey Fats Radio, row 1, seat 1, live right here on the one, the only, the New Bedford Guide. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on this absolutely glorious Tuesday evening. A.J. Brown Tuesday evening for those living in New England, those Patriots fans out there. Absolutely over the top. Happy that this trade is done. It's final. It happened. We thought it was going to happen. We all assumed it was going to happen, but it is now in the books. A.J. Brown was in a Patriots jersey this afternoon.
He was there at 6:12 this morning.
Unbelievable.
He was excited as shit.
Great day to be a Patriots fan.
I was happy.
Listen, and as a Patriots fan, you should be thrilled. This is an upgrade over Stephon Diggs from last year.
Stephon Diggs might be coming back too.
I don't see it, to be quite honest.
The rumor is that he really enjoyed his time here and he would play for less here.
I'm sure he
would
did.
have to.
But when you're at the end of your rope, professionally, I mean, not
mentally too.
Maybe both. When you're at the end of your career, you got to cash in. And
does he need to cash in though? He doesn't.
Well, let's see. How many baby mamas does he have? We don't know.
Oh, he has like 9 kids.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
so
shit.
He might be looking.
Cardi B's one.
He might be looking to like the Antonio Cromartie route and just being like, yeah, I just need the most money I can get. Winning a Super Bowl would be great and all, but money's better. But we'll get into that as this show plows along. It is June. Finally, we are now halfway through the year, which is fucking wild to think about, because summer feels like it still hasn't shown up yet, which is pissing me off. It's supposedly going to show up this week, but who knows? We'll see. Fuck this weather. It was 39 degrees when I let my dog out last night.
That sounds about right.
39 fucking degrees on June 1st.
It's been a bit cold at night. And in the mornings, too. The mornings are not like the crispiest of mornings either.
No.
They're a bit nipply.
Kind of fucking bullshit. So we will get into that. We will get into the Myles Garret trade, obviously the shocker of the offseason so far.
That felt like Luka all over again.
And as we're finding out, it kind of was Luka all over again. So we'll get into that. We'll get into, speaking of Luka, we'll get into a little bit of the NBA Finals, which are set. Thank God we don't have to listen to what? Who said something really funny?
His stupid-ass wife. I'd pay 10K yams to watch this show. God damn it.
Well, God damn it. God damn it. You just threw me all off. We'll get into that. We'll get into the NBA Finals, which, thank fucking Christ, will not include the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh, my God. The best. The best to see the Thunder completely eliminated, and then to see the Thunder fans being like, they're celebrating too hard. Oh, my God. It makes me so happy. But Wemby being like Like, it's the first time the Spurs have ever. I checked it. Yeah, you can hear it. The Wemby being like, this is the first time like the Spurs have ever made it. Like, reaction is just like, he's like, I'm so happy for San Antonio. It's like San Antonio's like, we've been here a lot, man.
It's like, sir, you realize that we won 5 championships since you were born,
and then
right?
he's like, I called Pop immediately. I asked him how he was doing. I did this for him. I'm like, Pop does not care, dude. Like, he is long gone.
Pop. One of the reasons why I still loathe the Spurs and will root for the Knicks forever, I will. I will. It's because it's Popovich. I will hate the Spurs forever because of Popovich and Ginobili.
I was gonna say Ginobili is in that equation. Don't you dare leave out the European sensation.
And Tony Parker's not far behind either.
Also another European sensation.
Yes, which again, and now they get Wembanyama, another European sensation. So go figure.
Was he though?
Yeah, he's French. He was from France.
I thought he was in America for like 10 years.
Yeah, but he was raised in France.
Nah, come on. He was like what, 9 when he became
I don't know. He's still claiming France, which is kind of like the bitchest thing to claim.
I don't like that.
No.
Like, dude, you came here like
I hope
at
he just
9 years old.
I hope after they get to the opening tip off of Game 1 in MSG, and he just like waves the white flag. You know, he's like, as for my people. You know,
omelette du fromage, and just gives up.
He's like,
Did you say omelet with cheese? Like, yes.
He's like, yeah, I don't know, man. He's like, we got, like I watched Last of the Mohicans this weekend.
Oh, yeah, we should get to a side topic about that.
Oh, we can definitely do that.
Because your wife asked my wife, has Sean ever watched Last of the Mohicans? And I was like, yeah.
Obviously.
She's like, is it a war movie? And I'm like, kinda?
No, it's not a war movie.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, when I say kinda, I'm like, kinda. It's
it's the backdrop is a war.
Yes, that's what I mean.
There's a war going on
Correct.
in the movie, but it's not a war movie. Saving Private Ryan is a war movie.
Exactly.
Full Metal Jacket is a war movie. Apocalypse Now, war movie.
Definitely war movie.
A long drawn out war movie, by the way, which as great of a piece of cinema as it is, really tough watch for me.
But my wife was like, would I
outside of the one, the helicopter scene with Robert Duvall.
My wife asked, she goes, would I like Blast of the Mohicans? And I was like, it's Daniel Day-Lewis and it's too much dialogue. You wouldn't like it.
No.
100% you wouldn't like it. And I was like, the soundtrack's killer. I'm like, I was in the soundtrack while I'm working out.
Same. I was going to say the Last of the Mohicans theme is on my When You Must Lift Heavy.
Yeah.
Listen to this playlist.
Still one of the best Nike commercials of all time. Was that
the greatest Nike commercial of all time?
Sean Merriman, Steven Jackson, and
that was it.
That was just only those two.
Yep.
Is the phone on, by the way?
It is.
Okay.
Yes, the phone is up. The phone is running. 774-992-8702 is the number if you want to give us a call and get your thoughts in. We will still take some discussion on the schedule from last week if you want to talk about your team's schedule a little bit.
Oh, yes.
Things just changed up a whole lot, though, because we had 2 trades drop today. So it's technically today.
It was after 4 p.m. yesterday, so it was technically this morning.
Well, it was yesterday. No, it was 4 p.m. Yes, I'm sorry. It was yesterday. It was Monday. June 1st. It was yesterday. It
has to be after 4 p.m.
Yes.
Well, the Myles Garret didn't matter because they didn't care about the June 2nd thing.
Yeah, the June 1st deadline didn't really matter in that one. But we will get into that. We'll get in the NBA Finals. But I do want to lead the show off, Sean, real quick with a developing story, if you will. Mm-hmm. And I'm hearing about this just for the first time. And it's to do with the NASCAR race at Nashville. And it's not going to be a NASCAR-centered conversation. It's going to be more about FanDuel and betting, and these companies that host and allow us to bet on their apps.
Okay, like Polymarket.
Yeah, the
DraftKings,
the house, if you will.
Okay.
The casino. So if you didn't watch Nashville on Sunday night, it was great. It was on Amazon Prime. Amazon has done an absolutely spectacular job with the coverage. I even feel like the cars look better on Amazon than they did on Fox. Like they're actually broadcasting it in like true 4K, and it looks better on your screen. So just as a side note, if you're gonna watch a NASCAR race, watch one on Amazon. They're awesome. They're doing a fucking killer job. Keep it up. That being said, Shane Van Gisbergen, our favorite New Zealander.
Oh, yes.
The guy, the guy that he has been getting progressively better on ovals. I took a big swing on him this week.
Yeah.
To get his first win. I put $20 on him to win, which would have netted me like $1,600. And he ended up finishing 5th. And was like leading the race at a couple of points. And Now, maybe I should have been a little more, a little less overzealous and gone top 5 or top 10. But you know me. I swing for the fences. I like my shit big. I do it big. It's just how I do it. That being said, FanDuel is refusing to pay out bets on SVG finishing top 5.
Why?
Because initially, on the broadcast, they had listed him as finishing 7th.
Okay.
But the Amazon ticker it clearly states its unofficial results.
Okay.
When the official results came out, he had finished 5th. But there was a wreck and there was some, confusion at the end. And FanDuel is basically trying to fuck people out.
Wow.
Of him finishing top 5.
Not a surprise there.
So, and they come out and they give this the screenshots of the letter have been posted on Twitter a couple of times where they basically say like, whatever the results are at the podium presentation, which NASCAR doesn't have a podium presentation, that's F1.
Nope.
They say whatever the results are at the time of the podium presentation, that is the result. And they're basically saying like, nope, sorry, go fuck yourself.
So did people that didn't place win? People that had picked those people for...
So what I'm trying to find out is that the unofficial results had Tyler Reddick finishing 5th. Even though SVG... So it had Tyler Reddick 5th, Chase Elliott 6th, and SVG 7th.
Yeah.
And they came across the line 3 abreast in basically a photo finish.
Okay.
But if you go back and look at the photo, it's quite clear that SVG is the first car across the line. Should have been scored 5th, but for whatever reason they scored him 7th because there was a wreck and there was some mayhem at the end. Things got a little bit out of control, like, some shit hit the fan. Maybe some things got lost in translation. But my point, my argument is, where the fuck does FanDuel get off? Because my thing is, if the shoe was on the other foot, and let's say they score SVG 5th, boom, I cash that money out. The next time I log in, they're going to be like, you can't place any bets until you pay this money back. I've seen that happen before. Where people have hit on bets.
Yep.
And cashed it out, and FanDuel is like, oh, no.
You owe us that money.
You owe us that money back.
Absolutely. I've seen that too.
So
even with them, when them doing minor corrections for stats for running backs.
Exactly.
Wide receivers.
Yep.
Kick returns.
Yep. Bullshit.
Interceptions. What the fuck? Foot in the nose. Get out of here.
So.
It got me off guard.
Smell my feet.
Yeah.
Sniff those toes, baby. But they're basically saying that SVG, even though he finished 5th officially in the results, they're trying to say that nope, when the payouts, when we made the payouts, when the lines, when the bets were closed and everything was paid out, he was 7th.
That's bullshit.
Now, I'm trying to find somebody out there who bet on Tyler Reddick and to see if they paid out on Tyler Reddick top 5.
I'm assuming yes.
Or if they didn't. Because if they didn't pay out on Tyler Reddick top 5.
That's a lawsuit then.
Now you're fucking, like, and again, this is what happens when you invite degeneracy into your house.
Yes.
I don't necessarily feel bad
gambling, of course.
for the people that did this. Right. It's like, oh my God, the people that run a business based off of you being addicted to it and giving your life savings to them are doing shady shit. Color me shocked. I can't believe that. But now that it's legal, and now that you can do it, like it's federally legal, this shit needs to be ironed out and ironed out quick. Because
absolutely.
You can't be having disputes. Like, no, it has to go by the official results, not the unofficial results that Amazon put up. Because what's to stop Amazon from doing that any other time? Like, what did a FanDuel employee or a friend of FanDuel have a major bet on Tyler Reddick finishing 5th, and now they don't want to give the money back, so they're just going to say, nope, that's not how it worked.
Would be interesting to find out, but that would be in discovery if it goes that far.
It is a very, very shady, shitty situation that once again is just casting so much of a dark cloud, a dark shadow, and doubt over the legalization of betting in American sports.
The only problem with that is it's too rampant. It's like $1 billion industry a year, and it's across the entire country right now. That's the problem. They made it too easy to do it from your phone.
Which is fine. I don't mind the ease of access and the ease of doing it, but you've got to have a hard line in the sand of when bets are going to be decided. And because they have this whole thing about there's disclaimers about post-race disqualifications, like all this stuff. Basically a bunch of rules to protect the house, let's be honest.
That's always what it
because
is.
At the end,
even the casinos.
At the end
you
of the
start
day,
winning too much. Hey, we're not going to take your business anymore. You're free to play slots, but we're not going to have you play tables anymore.
Wall Street does it, for Christ's sake.
Yes, they do.
And
absolutely.
we've seen it happen. And so I'm not surprised. I'm just saying this is some fucking bullshit, and this story needs to get bigger because this is going to happen during an NFL game. It is going to, I guarantee you, if it hasn't already, and I'm sure it has, but there is going to come a time where something like this is going to directly affect the outcome of a game or a call on the field in a big spot during a big NFL game or an NBA contest, whatever, and it is going to be blatantly obvious.
Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Why they're doing it.
Absolutely.
Now, we know this has been going on forever, and the NFL and all these major sports leagues, they want nothing more than gambling to be legalized anyway, especially the NFL.
They throw up the stats on the screen, like, hey, how's your fantasy team doing? Here's the players of the game.
Oh, here's look at this parlay that, Jason LaCanfora put together today.
NFL brought to you by Caesar's Palace. Bet online at Caesar's Palace.
Do you remember the good old days, Sean, when you wouldn't
using a bookie?
When gambling was illegal? But if you go back to like 06, 07, 08, early late 2000s, you couldn't turn on an NFL broadcast and even see an ad for Las Vegas.
Right.
Remember the What Happens in Vegas Stays in Vegas ad campaign? You wouldn't even see those ads during an NFL game. Go back and watch. You can go back and fact check that until you're fucking blue in the face. But I promise you, you will never see one of those ads during an NFL broadcast.
No, because they didn't want to commingle gambling with sports.
Yes.
They said that was like church and state. They didn't want to. They wanted to have a separation of church and state. They wanted to have a separation of sports and gambling. They did not want to commingle. They didn't want people to be influenced, so to speak.
Exactly.
Buzzword.
Because we just come off the heels of the whole Tim Donaghy thing, in the NBA. And it had been widely speculated for years and years and years that this shit had been going on behind the scenes regardless. But there is some merit to the whole, like, oh, what do you mean? You telling me you're going to get one referee to make a call that you don't even know is going to happen? So what? You're going to have to get the coach to call a play that's going to take this player and this player to this portion of the field, and then this is going to happen, and then that referee is going to call that foul. And I'm like, no, it's not like that. That would be hard rigging a game. What we consider this is soft rigging, whereas throughout the game they just make it harder for one side to win, and then hopefully they keep it to a narrow margin or within a margin of error where they can manipulate the outcome. It's not about necessarily who wins and loses, but where the money is. And this is just this whole thing, and I'm going to follow this story continuously.
Yeah, it's going to spurn onto the other sports. It's going to spurn onto basketball, hockey,
I'm just telling you,
football, soccer.
If you think legalized gambling is a good thing, and I participate in it,
yeah, same with me. I do. Too.
But I will be the first one to tell you, if they got rid of it tomorrow, I would be thrilled.
I would be fine.
I would be thrilled.
It would not bother me in the slightest.
Nope. Because you know what? Those who want to gamble are going to find bookies to go gamble with.
Absolutely.
And if you want to get your kneecap smashed because you owe somebody $1,700 or $17,000 on unpaid debts, hey, by all means, do you, bro. Mm-hmm. But guess what? Me not being able to spend, $40 a week betting on NASCAR is not a big deal to me.
No, yeah. And me just gambling during the football season wouldn't bother me at all.
No, I'll hit one of these days. I'll hit a parlay for $2, $3, $4, $5 or whatever it is.
Yep.
And the stars will align, and I'll be back to. And you know what that'll do? Barely get me back to even. maybe just barely on the plus side. I think as of the beginning of this year in January, I think I was like I was $2,500 in the hole, career wise.
Yeah. Okay. That's not terrible.
I mean, well, hold on. No, I think I had deposited $2,500, but I had won like $2,400. So I was negative like $100. So I'm basically even.
Okay.
I'm pretty much even in my FanDuel career. And I haven't hit, but that was with hitting Joey Logano winning the NASCAR championship, Denver winning exactly 10 games, Bo Nix's rookie year,
Yeah,
Denver,
that was 2 years ago, that's right.
all that kind of shit, over 9.5 wins. I had some big wins in there, but nothing crazy.
Right, yeah.
But this whole FanDuel thing and them not paying out and then refusing to pay out on it, it's a bad look. You are a multi-billion-dollar fucking a year company.
Yeah, it looks fuckery.
Like, we just pay the couple $100,000 it's going to cost to pay out to get this shit settled and preserve your integrity. And please try, or at least preserve the illusion of integrity through sports betting, because we all know what this is.
Yep.
But then again, I can't really feel bad for people who participate in this degenerate bullshit because, sorry, you chose to get in bed with the devil and then you get mad when, you get fucked. I don't know what to tell you. It's like sticking.
And the house always wins. They're going back to the old adage, especially if you go to any casino, the house is going to win more often than not, and they're gonna pull their own weight to make sure they do win, even in cases like this. But if you do find out that Reddick is getting paid out,
if they're paying out on the Reddick top 5 bets, but not on the SVG, and the official results are saying opposite. That, to me, right there is a huge red flag. And, all right, now we got to get congressmen involved, and, this has got to get looked into because something bigger is going on here. But it is what it is, dude. If you stick your hand in a tank full of piranhas and then you're shocked when you get bit, I don't, what did you, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this goes back to the old, the McDonald's lawsuit, when the woman spilled hot coffee in her lap.
Oh,
and then sued because it was too hot. It's like, well, you ordered a hot coffee.
She's like, yeah, but I didn't think it was going to be magma.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It was hot coffee.
It set a precedent, though.
It did. And that's what it comes down to, right? Setting precedents.
Yep.
Anyway, but that's my betting, my FanDuel betting story for the week. I did not hit on any of my bets. I came close. SVG was one of my winners. And then I think I had what else did I have? I had somebody else that finished well. We had a good run. Pretty good run go on Sunday, but we got Michigan coming up this Sunday. I'm thrilled for that, which, by the way, Sean, Michigan, super fun track to watch. You want to see
why? What's Michigan?
Because Michigan is a 2-mile oval that's heavily banked, but it's not. It doesn't meet the requirements for length for the cars to be restricted.
Yeah.
With the restrictor plate. So this is one of those tracks where if you want to see fast, you'll see. I think last year somebody hit 210, 211 in terms of miles per hour at the end of the straightaways.
I did think I saw something, maybe because you follow a lot of that shit and you tag it and like it and stuff like that. I've seen it. I did see someone hit a top speed of 211. Was that this weekend?
No, that wouldn't have been not at Nashville, but Michigan coming up, you'll see speeds 205 and up, easy.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
And all the drivers will tell you that Michigan is one of those tracks where you're going fast. Daytona, Talladega, you're going fast.
Yeah.
But because they're so big, it's it's like doing 90 on a 4-lane highway in Florida where you're I just feel like I'm cruising. Whereas if you go do 90 down Route 6, you're like, I'm fucking hauling dick right now. Holy shit.
Yeah.
So kind of the same effect. But anyway, that's my FanDuel betting rant to get that out of the way.
But that's important because that rolls into everything. It's not just gambling for NASCAR. It's
no,
gambling for all sports.
Exactly. So if you're gambling on these apps and you're gambling and you're doing this on a regular basis, keep your fucking eye on shit, man.
Yep.
Because you could be getting fucked out of money and not even realize it.
Yeah, and then
because especially when you have people that put in 5, 6, 7 parlays a day.
And they don't keep attention to all those games.
And
They're not
of
watching
course
all
they
those games.
can't. And FanDuel knows that. They know that.
Oh, this player missed one rebound shy of a
Oh, that's so crazy. And that's don't you ever see that? Like, you look at a line for a player and you're like, oh, I'm going to bet him to have a, like be 10, 10, and 5. And they're 9, 9, and 4. And you're like, how did they know? How did they know?
Yeah.
It's just, it's crazy. Because it's bullshit. And again, we get taken for a ride, but we do it willingly. And again, I'm guilty of it. I participate because I love the thrill of it. It's fun. It makes it a lot more fun for me to sit there and root for, 4 drivers that I might not be rooting for on any given Sunday in a race I might not really be like too
Vested.
crazy about.
Yeah, exactly.
At a track where I'm like, it's on him.
whatever.
I throw it on his background, but whatever. But this way, I'm like, oh no, fuck no. No, I'm all in. Like, like I'll be at New Hampshire on Saturday for the NHRA, and I cannot.
New Hampshire, what?
No, NHRA, the National Hot Rod Association,
Oh,
drag
okay,
racing.
Okay.
There'll be a New England Dragway this weekend, and we're going up Saturday, and I cannot fucking wait.
Supposed to be beautiful this weekend, weather-wise.
Yep. So Sunday's gonna suck.
Really?
Rain all day.
In New Hampshire?
No. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll be there Saturday. Saturday is not going to rain up there until like 6, 7 o'clock at night, which is good. But I cannot wait to see 2 top fuel dragsters at 12,000 horsepower apiece go from 0 to 335 miles an hour in less than 1,000 feet. Or 1,000 feet.
Yeah,
It's
I give all those people the credit in the world because I would get one of those things, they would explode and kill me immediately. Guaranteed.
I'm very much looking forward to it. But let's get into this A.J. Brown trade, Sean. Obviously,
Fucking love it. I've been
we
waiting.
knew this was
I've been
coming.
waiting for this for like 2 years, and A.J. Brown was legitimately a Patriots fan as a kid. I don't believe he had a fucking Patriots rug in his
What a
house.
fucking homo.
Fuck you. I don't believe he had a Patriots rug in his house. Like, he did an interview today, and he was like, oh, it was my childhood dream, and blah, blah, blah. He had pictures of, like, his mom, and, and he was a kid, like in, a Brady jersey. It's like, all right, that's cool and shit like that. But he's, for years, said, like, hey, my favorite team growing up was the Patriots. And when I got drafted in 2019.
I knew I didn't like this asshole.
In 2019, at pick 32, he was like, oh, the Patriots are definitely going to draft me. And when they drafted N'Keal Harry, he was like, I'm devastated.
Which
Like,
I still can't. I get all right. So these goddamn fucking updates don't shut the fuck up.
It's like, have you done McCaffrey right?
Right? They're like, oh, you're doing a live stream? Hold on, let me give you an update and make it audible and annoying. No, so AJ Brown again, and I didn't know this about AJ. Like, I didn't know he was a Patriots fan growing up. I had no idea about that. My dad actually told me that today. Like, he's like, oh yeah, I heard that. The whatever thing
No,
he
but
was watching.
that was like long known that he was this was like his childhood dream to play for the Patriots.
Honestly, AJ Brown has been so far off my radar
Oh yeah.
his entire career. Like, I haven't. He was in Tennessee, and there was no reason to pay attention to him. He was good, but there was no reason to pay attention to him.
Yeah, it's Tennessee.
Then he went to Philly, and again, there was
NFC.
damn near next to no reason to pay attention to him.
Unless you're in the Super Bowl.
All right,
Who cares? No
in which
offense.
case, and he got to the Super Bowl, and I don't know, did he even do much in the Super Bowl?
He
He played. Yeah, he did well, but whatever. But my
had
thing
good
with
years.
But my thing with AJ Brown is like this. So this is a great fit for New England. This is a perfect trade. They didn't give up the 2027 first round pick, which I thought was a huge win for New England. They give up the 2028 first round pick and a 2027 fifth because we know next year's draft is absolutely loaded. So that helps out a little bit in terms of how I feel about this trade, because you know me, Sean. You know where I stand with wide receivers and what their value is in terms of compensation, money, trade value, so on and so forth.
Yep.
It very, very seldom do I feel like making a big move for a wide receiver is a good idea.
I don't think this was like this puts us over the top type of deal. I think this is a necessary piece to make the offense more consistent and more efficient.
Yes.
I am not going to tell you A.J. Brown makes his team a Super Bowl team. Absolutely not.
Oh, God, no.
No. But that's not my deal. My deal isn't I think this team is more competitive with A.J. Brown 100%. I'm not going to say
A.J. Brown is I will say he is a significant
improvement
over Stephon Diggs.
Absolutely.
And when you look at the room, and I know everybody's like, oh, we got Romeo Doubs. They say, yeah, I don't give a fuck about
Romeo Doubs.
You're going to be lucky if you get 6 games out of Romeo Doubs.
And I said it the day we signed Romeo Doubs, and I was like, the dude wears, first of all, the fucking space helmet. It's like double in size, right? So
I noticed your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Yeah. He wears that gigantic thing. He's always injured. And people when like, if you compare Stephon Diggs' career to Romeo Doubs, they're very similar. It's like, no, they're not. And you know why they're not similar? Because he's fucking hurt.
Yeah, but look at his average yards per catch when the ball is in the air on third downs, and you will see that Romeo Doubs is actually very comparable to Justin Jefferson and A.J. Green.
Listen, I love when people do that. I get it. I love stats myself.
I don't know why A.J.
But
Green
you gotta,
came into my head, but
it's okay. That's a really random throwback. I love.
You know who I
stats
randomly
myself.
thought of today? Just driving my car, random player I thought of.
Was it Sam Congato?
No.
Oh, damn.
No, that's. I don't think he's really. He's kind of a mainstay in here.
I told my son about Sam Congato.
Blaine Bishop.
Blaine Bishop.
The old safety for the Titans.
Why?
I don't know.
What a random. Because I immediately thought of Michael Bishop. I didn't think of Blaine.
I would. Yeah, well, like, I don't know. I was just driving down the road, and I was just like, huh. I wonder what Blaine Bishop is
Or if
up
he's
to.
alive.
I mean, I would have.
Dude, don't ever assume. How many guys in the
know.
NFL like 10 years ago are dead? And I'm like, what the fuck? These guys are like 40 and 50. What are they doing dead?
No, he is alive.
Thank
55
God.
years old.
Thank God.
But he was part of that 99 Super Bowl team, you know? And
That team was robbed. That's
I know, that sucked. But anyway,
fucking Rams.
Fucking Rams. Can't beat anybody I hate, but they can beat everybody I like.
But not to flush the AJ Brown news down the toilet with the Romeo Doubs talk. But Romeo Doubs, I have no faith in him being consistently healthy.
Well,
that's my problem.
My thing with this is, Sean, right? So you and I have talked about this, and we've talked about where we think the Patriots are going this year, how we think they're going to do in terms of are they going to be a better team this year than they were last year, but
Yes.
their record is going to be worse because
Yes.
their schedule is much tougher?
Yes and yes.
Or are they just going to be roughly a carbon copy of last year with a tougher schedule?
See, I don't think so.
I'm starting to lean towards more of the carbon copy with some slight upgrades with the tougher schedule. And the reason why I say this is because they didn't address this offseason the things I really wanted them to address in terms of like, okay, if they had gone out and they had looked at the offensive line and said like, all right, we really, really got to figure this thing out. Because that's their biggest problem. I mean,
the biggest problem.
we saw it all through the playoffs. We saw it in the obviously it killed them in the Super Bowl, but we saw it in the playoffs in all 3 of those games.
All playoffs that killed him.
I mean, Drake May can't hold on to a football in the pocket. That's a problem.
In the playoffs, no.
And
at all.
Well, even in the regular season, he fumbled a shit ton when he got hit.
Yeah.
Ball security was a problem for him.
He was
Now,
scrambling a lot too.
That's not something that can't be worked on or
Correct.
can't be fixed or corrected. So
Correct.
okay, and I do have faith in Drake May to elevate his game and be a little bit more cognitive of that and say like, okay, I got to be more protective of the football. Because everybody knows if you turn the football over as a quarterback in the pocket, you're killing your fucking team.
Oh, by the way, weird-ass question a reporter asked to Drake May late last week. Reporter asked him if he was...
Are you fucking Diana Rossini too?
No, oh my God, that would be great.
Because seems like everybody is.
When we get to the Diana Rossini thing, I was in a rage yesterday with fucking Myles Garret, but I threw out a Diana Rossini comment, which I hoped came true, but it didn't.
I wish it did.
That would have been wonderful. I would have screenshot that and put it online and been like, I guessed this before it happened, but it did not happen. A male reporter, asked Drake May if he felt he was thick with multiple C's. And Drake May got real ghetto and went, pause.
It is Pride Month.
Hey, he did. Hey, Drake May went, pause. Say that again? And then he had the guy say it again. He goes, thick with multiple C's. And he goes, I don't think you're saying that correctly. And he goes, I'm going to say no. But Drake was definitely like, I don't like
The
this.
fuck?
Yeah, I don't like this question, especially coming from you. And the female reporters were laughing. They thought it was like the funniest shit in the world. So essentially, the guy was like, "Hey, you got a fat ass back there," and Drake was like, "I don't appreciate that."
Right.
It was really funny to see him like uncomfortable at the
Again,
podium.
it's Pride Month. You know, these
Dude,
questions are gonna come out.
I can't say it
Yeah.
on air, but I was cracking up with what people are posting under NFL teams that put the
Oh my
crap.
dude, I damn
Insanity.
near fucking tore my Achilles running to the comment section on some of these Twitter threads this week. And again, I have no problem with gays, LGBT, like the L's.
Oh, you're thinking about the letters, the alphabets.
L
G,
J.
B, then it goes T, then it goes Q.
Yeah, I don't. Hold on. I got them all distracted now. Joey Fats Radio, row 1, seat 1.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Yo, what's happening,
What
dude?
is going on? How you been?
Oh, good. How you guys been?
Living life,
Living the dream.
dying slowly.
Doing everything I can to kill myself 1 minute by 1 minute, you know?
I wanted to talk to you guys about this A.J. Brown trade.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bring it.
Wait. Can we talk really quick about how the Chargers once again won the schedule release?
How they won? No, they did not win. They got like the fifth toughest schedule.
No.
Toughest
You're talking
schedule.
about the schedule release videos.
The video.
Did you see their
Yes. I
Dude, the
enjoyed
fact that they basically they did a red versus blue, like style Halo,
for Halo, and they get the Halo guy.
which I am the. I won't say I'm the biggest because one of my buddies actually has the Halo like logo tattooed on him. I will say I'm the second biggest Halo fan of all time, and I was like, dude, when they threw the sticky grenade at Bo Nix's ankle, I fucking died laughing.
That was funny.
I was in tears. I was like, this is great. And there was a bunch of like butthurt Broncos fans like, oh yeah, real fucking classy, bro, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that was fucking hilarious.
We talked about it too. The Patriots thing. It's like, what is it? Like New York Post has sent you a private message.
And all
it's
the
like deleted.
and Diana
Deleted.
Rossini shit. It was fucking awesome, dude. They took shots at everybody. I loved it. It was so good. But, you know, if the Chargers were half as good at football as they are at schedule release videos, they would probably have like 6 or 7 titles by now.
Yeah, probably.
I had to start with that. But
Yeah.
yes, please.
But yes,
address
but,
AJ.
but please, we can do the A.J. Brown thing. Sure.
Yeah, A.J. Brown, good wide receiver. If you're asking me, I think the Patriots gave up too much for him.
I don't. I don't. The only reason I say I don't think they gave up too much for him is because they kept the 2027 first.
That was my big deal too.
Which, if they had given up the 20, if it had been the picks had been switched and it was a 2027 first and a 2028 fifth,
that would have hurt.
I would have been like, Philly kind of got the better of them. But because they were switched, 2028, like it's projected to be a good draft, but that's that's light years away in terms of draft talk.
27 supposedly is like legendary draft. That's the rumor.
Watch it be legendary bust level, but whatever.
That happens though.
It does. But my point is that I don't think they gave up too much when you look at where they were going to be drafting, where they anticipate to be drafting.
Yep.
And everything else going into it. I just think it works. I mean, I am the biggest proponent of not giving up value for wide receivers. I think you can find wide receivers are a dime a dozen. If you have a great quarterback and a solid system, you can find guys to plug and play. I mean, Bill Belichick did it for years. Mm-hmm. And I mean, don't get me wrong. He had Gronk and Randy Moss, and fun fact about Tom Brady. Actually, you know that Tom Brady has never thrown more than 30 touchdowns in a season without Gronk or Moss on his team.
Yes.
All those guys Tom Brady elevated. Without Tom Brady, it doesn't matter who's throwing to Gronk or Randy Moss or Wes Welker.
Well, I think Moss. We can safely say Moss could do it with anybody. I mean,
Moss could do it without
Really?
Brady.
I watched him catch 10 touchdowns and 1,000 yards from Kerry Collins in 2005 with the Raiders.
He was not very good with the Raiders though. He had that one good year, and that was it. He trailed off.
Well, his first year in Oakland in 05, he had, I think, 993 yards and 10 touchdowns.
Yes.
With Kerry Collins
And
in that
then-
Raiders team. That's pretty fucking good on that Raiders team.
And then after that, he was a no-show.
06, he fell off. He didn't do shit. And then 07, he got traded to New England and did exactly what we expected.
He got traded to
Randy
New
Moss,
England, and Brady revived his career. But with A.J. Brown, I think they gave up too much for him. A.J. Brown is not Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase, or those guys are number one wide receivers.
No, but you know what? I'm gonna
defend
the Patriots on this one, and I'm gonna say A.J. Brown is one of those guys when things are going. It's gonna be great until it isn't.
Correct.
With A.J.
Right.
Brown.
Correct.
And that is the one caveat about it, because you're right. He's not Justin Jefferson. He's not Jamar Chase. He's not,
He's
Nakua.
he's not right. He's not.
He's definitely not Puka.
He's not that level, but he is that next tier below them, which is still pretty fucking good.
That's what I wanted to say, too.
And he is a game changer when he is asked to be most of the time.
He's a big boy, too.
And he's a big
Right.
body, and he's going to give Drake May somebody to throw to, a veteran guy. I think at this point in May's career and everything else and where he is developmentally, I think this works out.
Massively.
It was a need for the Patriots, more than I think even New England fans will let on, because they knew if they went into this offseason with Romeo Doubs, Kayshon Boutte, and Mac Hollins as your three wide receivers,
we're fucking cooked.
you're looking around going like, dog, all right, when the fuck can we get somebody before the trade deadline? Because this sucks.
Hunter Henry might have 1,000 yards receiving if that was the case.
Seriously.
Boy, dude.
And
Yes.
so I think
Yes.
I think the trade was both based out of need and want.
Correct.
And I think A.J. Brown, Mike Vrabel's familiar with him. He knows him. I think he'll be able to keep him, kind of focused on the mission goal, which is to win. Because A.J. Brown definitely is one of those guys that strikes me as he puts his numbers over the team kind of guy.
Yes, I do.
Because
I find that very true, especially after year one in Philadelphia. Year two and year three to Philadelphia, he was already reading a book in the sideline, how to stay calm in pressure situations and all that weird shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Didn't complain.
He's a little bit of an eccentric weirdo.
Yes, he is. He's a little bit of a diva, and I don't mind some diva-ness because especially with positional players, you need a little bit of that diva attitude. Like
Sure.
Terrell Owens, crazy diva.
Never won a Super Bowl.
Never won a Super Bowl, but wildly productive. You have to have a little bit. Randy Moss. How'd you pay that fine?
Never won a Super Bowl.
Straight cash, homie.
Never won a Super Bowl.
You're right. 100%.
And Terrell Owens and Randy Moss are both Hall of Famers.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying.
both
I'm not
Hall,
going the Hall of Fame
both,
thing.
both Hall of
Never-
Famers with 0 rings
I was
combined.
just going to say that. No rings, but both Hall of Famers. And A.J. Brown's going on his third team.
Yeah, but he's already won a ring.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he won a ring with Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, he had
And, that was a game that it really Jalen. For all, let's be honest, A.J. Brown could have sat on the sidelines for that whole game. Philly's defense won that game
Philly's
for him,
defense
but
destroyed that
that's
team.
either here nor there. But to my point though, like I'm just saying, I think this is a good move for New England. I don't see any downside to this. You could say they gave up too much, but I don't. A 2028 first round pick. I don't know what that pick is going to be. Like, what if
They're probably projecting the final five.
What if they lose the AFC Championship that year?
Yeah,
and
so-
they're picking it 30,
29-30.
29 or 30. You know what I mean?
What happens if they go 5-12? And they're
Fuck,
picking
then-
like fourth or fifth.
You're fucked anyway.
Well, then you're
know what I mean?
I was going to say then the AJ Brown trade really meant nothing regardless because it didn't help you and then you obviously have bigger issues to address.
Yep.
And
I
or
would've-
somebody got hurt and shit went tits up, which is
If they-
the more
if
likely
they-
of the case.
If they would have given that up, because I got to tell you, the friggin' Rams, I don't know how the F they do it, but the Rams getting Myles Garret, he's number one at his position. And they gave up, I think it was a first and a fifth, I think.
No, they gave up
was it?
3 firsts.
No, it wasn't 3 firsts.
Yeah, 27,
no.
28, 29.
No. It was a first, second, third, and a fifth.
Yes.
I read
They-
it was 3 firsts.
No. They only gave up one first.
Yeah, it was one
And
first.
I think he's right. A second, a third, and a fifth.
But it's differing
But
years.
He 2-time defensive player of the year, No rings, I get it, but the guy is number one in his position. Giving up a first for a guy like Myles Garret, I can see that, but not for A.J. Brown. I'm sorry.
Well,
Those first-round picks are so important. They really, really are.
But you have to realize who we're talking about here. I mean, the reason why the Myles Garret trade was so shocking is because it felt like a steal, because it was partially a steal, because
it was okay. It was first, second, third.
because it almost felt like, if you
Per
remember
year.
the Luka trade from a few months ago, or however long ago, how many months ago that was, it was, wait, the Dallas Mavericks traded Luka to the Lakers, and they only were dealing with one team. They didn't shop him around, and it was like, yes. And then listening to the Cleveland Browns general manager today, a reporter point blank asked him, so how long has Myles Garret been on the trading block? And the Cleveland general manager goes, he wasn't. The follow-up question was, so you were only negotiating with the Rams, correct? And he was like, essentially, yes, that's what we were doing. Everybody was stunned to hear that. It was essentially exactly like the fucking Luka trade all over again. Where
Yeah, but something could be bullshit. He could just be saying that for the sake of saying it. Somebody else
he's going to
might-
lose his job.
A losing team could have been offering 2 or 3 first-round picks for Myles Garret.
then he loses his job.
You got to remember now, Myles Garret had the no trade clause.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he did.
Wait a
The no trade
He
clause.
had Miles
to
had
give-
Garrett had a very rare no trade clause.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes,
I take
he
it back.
did.
I
It's
take it back.
super rare that guys have
So-
that, but he did have one. Yes.
So going to a contender like the Rams, and they said, hey, listen, we can get a first, a second, a third few, which Myles Garret didn't give a shit. But we're trading you to the Rams, who are contenders because they got Stafford, Puka Nacua.
Well, I mean, they were the
you know,
preseason. They're the preseason Super Bowl favorites.
Yes, I know. And
I
they
mean,
came that
I picked them
they
to go to
came
the Super
that
Bowl and win
close.
it last year.
They came that close.
Aaron
Exactly.
Donald.
They came that close to beating Seattle. And if they would have beaten Seattle, I'm sorry for the Patriot fans, they would have blew up the Patriots.
Oh my God,
Oh.
we got blown up anyway. What the fuck?
The Patriots had no business being there. I mean, the NFC got lucky as shit when Bo Nix broke his ankle, but whatever. That's a whole other story.
I mean, honestly, I mean,
Y'all dodged a fucking bullet.
if anybody was listening to this show 3-4 weeks before the playoffs even began, I'm sorry, no, the 2 weeks before the playoffs began last year, I had said with Joey the playoffs, we both nailed the AFC Championship game. We both picked the Broncos to go to the Super Bowl, knowing the AFC Championship game in Denver. Neither of us picked Seattle.
No, I had the Rams.
I had
the Rams
I had the
preseason
Rams
last
too.
year.
I had the Rams too. I think it was I had Rams Broncos. You had Rams Broncos. You had the Broncos winning. I had the Rams winning.
My only difference was I had the Redskins in the NFC Championship, I think.
You might have, yeah. I think I may have had.
I didn't. I mean, none of us had Seattle, so it doesn't matter. But
I can't remember who I picked.
But
there.
to your point though, continue. We picked it. We nailed it.
Oh, we nailed it, and even now I can say, all these months later, if Bo Nix was healthy, the Patriots were not going to win that game. That Denver defense was way too fucking good. We couldn't do
they
anything on
weren't.
offense, so there was no way we were leaving Mile High with a victory going to the Super Bowl. So
Not
us
scoring
getting,
10 points.
us getting to the Super Bowl, blizzard or not blizzard, I don't give a shit about the weather. Going to the Super Bowl was like icing on top of the cake that we shouldn't have had to begin with. And then, it's always like any given Sunday. Like if we get there, magic can happen. Who the fuck
you never
knows?
know.
Exactly.
Yep.
It didn't happen. Like we got the fucking doors blown off of us like 3/4 of the game. They came alive in like the fourth quarter a little bit, but then it was too little too late.
Once Seattle started celebrating on the sidelines, the Patriots started moving the ball.
We got it.
Yeah. But sorry, I forget what was your ultimate. Was that your ultimate point? there?
No. He was talking about. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I had cut you off with saying. Oh God, I think we all lost our points where we were going with this. And
Well, about giving it the first for AJ Brown and everything.
You're right. So
Don't get me wrong. I'm not a Patriot hater. I like the Pats and everything. I'm a Chargers fan, but I like the Pats. but
Oh
I
no,
just
I
think
am
they
a
gave
full
up.
blown
I think-
Patriot fucking hater.
yeah, he hates it with all his heart.
If you
think
gave me a
that-
choice right now to root for Iran or the Patriots, I would choose Iran.
Shut up. You're like, close the straight right now. Close it down.
I'm
Shut the fuck up.
happy for them that they got AJ Brown. I wish my Chargers would have got him, but I think it was a heavy price to pay for that kid.
I don't mind it.
I think the again, to me, wide receivers are a dime a dozen, right? They're the easiest. It's not easy to find the ones that you need, but there's a million of them out there. And yeah, the great ones, like there's going to be guys that are going to exceed. Like there's going to be your Justin Jeffersons, your Jamar Chases, whatever, your Puka Nakuas, right? Those guys are your upper echelon, your JSN, those type of guys that are going to kill it, right? But how quickly? I mean, we watched the Kansas City Chiefs trade away Tyreek Hill and win a Super Bowl
immediately. Mm-hmm. They did better.
Less than
him.
a year, like they trade away Tyreek Hill, and 9 months later they're hoisting the Lombardi.
Yeah, but they also had a good defense. They had Patrick.
That's
Mahomes,
what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. There are so many other more important components to a Super Bowl winning team. The last team that I remember winning a Super Bowl that was like kind of like reliant on wide receivers was the Rams with Cooper Kupp and Odell, and Odell shredded his knee halfway through that Super Bowl, and they still, and luckily Cooper Kupp was the Triple Crown winner that year, and they ended up, being able to pull it off. But I mean, they were damn close. They almost lost that game. If it wasn't for Aaron Donald, they lose that game. And Von Miller, like people forget how good that Rams defense was.
Oh yeah,
that particular year, like you had one of the greatest defensive tackles of all time, with one of the greatest edge rushers of all time. Like, I mean. That was just an absolute insane kind of fucking setup. But that was the last time, Sean, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like I don't remember many teams being very like wide receiver heavy reliant. Like even this year with Seattle, like yeah, they had JSN.
He did nothing.
But look at Seattle. They get rid of DK Metcalf. They win a Super Bowl. And DK is an absolute fucking freak.
Yeah, he's a monster, absolutely.
Complete, total, like, anomaly of a human being. But you get guys that fit your system.
The only person that we can ever say won the Super Bowl playing wide receiver, to make the argument...
Don Hudson?
No, would be Cooper Kupp with the Rams, but then you had Matthew Stafford. That is the only
argument.
No,
but I would argue more that defense did more.
Well, I know, but he had
unless you talk about the game in Tampa.
He had a generational year. He had like 2,000 yards receiving, 150
he won the Triple
receptions.
Crown.
Yeah, he did everything that year. So I'm saying he's the only argument you could make if you wanted to make that argument.
That's what I just said.
Not even Jerry Rice could make that argument.
That's the only team I can remember being like, yeah, without that guy, they probably don't win.
Correct.
At wide receiver. Other than that, I don't recall a team in the last 20, 25 years. Now, don't get me wrong. You need guys that are going to be reliable. They're going to catch the ball first and foremost, and they're going to make some tough plays, when they're asked to do it. I mean, do the Steelers win without Santonio Holmes? Probably not. But is anybody sitting here being like, oh, the Steelers got there because of Santonio Holmes?
Not at all.
It was because of the James Harrison, that fucking defense. So,
I'll give you that, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yes, you need guys who are going to rise up and make plays when it matters most. But I just feel like, I don't know, receiver, like I think you can just groom guys.
Well, we suck ass at it.
You did.
No,
suck ass. We don't know if you still do.
Yeah, we have 1 year, and it's not.
It's not been great, but we haven't seen it. We need a sample size here. If we're going to be real scientists here, we're going to trust the science.
First of all, he had Rossini, and I was like, oh shit.
Ooh shit. But no, I just think I don't think it was too much to give up. I think they gave up I think they actually gave up less than what I thought they were going to give up, which to me makes the deal a win. If I'm a Patriots fan, I am over the top happy today that they did not give up a first-round pick in 2027.
Me too. That was my biggest thing. If they give up 2027 pick, I would have been
because
really
if they win 10 games, like I think they're going to, and get bounced in the first or maybe the second round,
fuck.
That's a late teens, early 20s pick in an absolutely fucking loaded draft.
Absolutely.
That you retained.
So 6 picks of the first 12 picks are going to be quarterbacks.
That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, so that means a lot of good talent's going to slide to the team.
Exactly.
What would your first thought would be? A.J. Brown or signing Gonzalez? Because Gonzalez isn't showing up to OTAs.
Oh, it's a money thing. And I love Vrabel. Vrabel's opposite
Did you see
Belichick.
that? Did you see the Broncos gave Patrick Surtain a raise today?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I saw that.
they're preparing for whatever. Because the Patriots are gonna give Gonzalez a contract.
Yeah.
It's all but a
They are.
formality.
The Patriots the Broncos were just like, we're gonna get ahead of this. We can pay you. We don't care. We got the money.
Which kind of fucks us because they always have
Kinda
to,
does.
because they have to reset the market because Gonzalez is going to be top of the market, and
Yes.
then he's going to have to pay him more than that because
And
all these
Surtain
guys
is
top of the market.
head and shoulders better than Gonzalez.
But you can't pay everybody. Belichick said that one time.
Well,
You can't roll out the Brinks truck, the armored truck for all of these players.
You
haven't- we
can, but
haven't
it only
paid
lasts a
anybody.
year or two.
We haven't paid anybody. That's the problem. We paid Milton Williams. We've paid. Name another person. I can't.
No, I can't either.
We still have $60 million in cap space. That's why.
Cap space. Well, AJ Brown's going to absorb. I think what
No, only 7 this year.
7, but next year is like what?
Probably 22.
That was like 30 something.
No, because
That's a lot.
Eagles are eating 7.
Oh, okay. There you go. Then that
So I think
works
it's
out.
22.
So that's a good. So yeah, I guess that makes it even a better deal for the Patriots then.
Yeah, he doesn't get paid a lot. He gets paid almost nothing. He
I
gets
mean,
paid
listen,
7 this year.
you're getting a tried and true weapon who you know can produce. Granted, PS2 put his ass in the box last year when we played him, but whatever. You know you're getting a solid player, and as long as Vrabel can keep him on the right track, there's really no downside to this until he becomes the malcontent that he inevitably will probably become.
No, I think he gets injured.
I hope not. I don't ever wish that. I don't want to predict that for anybody.
He always gets like a knee.
I mean, like
I'm the
Romeo
same
Dobbs,
way.
I can predict that, like because he's
No,
just
but
a
every
guy
year
who's
he gets,
always hurt.
He gets like turf toe or a knee injury every year.
It's like we could talk about the Chargers real quick and be like, yeah, we can predict 50% of their roster is going to be on IR by week 9.
Which usually happens basically every friggin' year.
Yeah,
losing
exactly.
Our left and our right tackle, Slater,
and then they'll still somehow slide into the playoffs with 11 or 12 wins, but they'll get to the
Herbert.
playoffs and get exposed because of all the injuries.
Hey,
Herbert running for his life. I'm
Yep.
like, oh god.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a cool piece of sports trivia that if you ever get asked this question, you now know the answer. There's only been one player ever to be listed as out for a game and list fast food as the reason. Do you know the player, and do you know the fast food chain he used?
I don't know, Tony Siragusa. I have no idea.
It's actually a
That's
good
fucking
guess.
hilarious.
Chad Ochocinco, McDonald's.
That was also a good answer. It
That's a good one.
is AJ Brown, and it was Chipotle.
I do
And
remember.
it was listed. He was in Tennessee. It was listed on the injury report. AJ Brown out. Chipotle. This is a true story.
Food poisoning, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
God.
But it said Chipotle on
Food
the
poisoning
injury
is no
report.
joke. Shit sucks.
But I thought when it came in today, and it was just like, do you know AJ Brown has been the only player ever to list fast food as an injury? And I was like, what? And I read it, and they showed the report, and I was like, holy shit, that's amazing.
Incredible. Anything else?
Oh, that's it, brother. That's all. I just wanted to call, see how you guys are doing, and of course, enjoying the show. I listen all the time.
We appreciate it, man.
Keep calling. We appreciate it. As it gets closer to the season, don't be a stranger.
Oh, trust me, the season, it's right around the corner, boys. It's right around the corner.
We are 90. I think it's 99 days away from kickoff.
In fact, we are
Wow.
exactly 99 days away from Patriots Seahawks.
wow.
So
Nice.
it'll
All right,
be here
guys,
before
take
we
care,
know it.
huh?
All right, brother.
Hey, man, have a good night.
All right, man.
Thank
too.
you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
774-992-8702 is the phone number if you want to get your calls in. Our resident Chargers fan giving us a buzz. Love that. Always a pleasure. But again, I don't think, just to kind of piggyback off of that, Sean, and continue with the A.J. Brown thing, I don't think that they overpaid for A.J. Brown.
I don't think so either.
I think they paid exactly, did they pay top dollar? Yes, but was he worth it? Yes, the value was there. It's like there's a difference between price and value.
Yeah.
And I think with A.J. Brown, the Patriots kind of got the best of both worlds. Yes, they paid a high price, but they got a lot of value out of it. They fill a position of need that they desperately needed. Because again, you and I know you can't bank on Romeo Dobbs to be your number one going into the season.
I don't think he's even a reliable number 2.
No, I don't think he's a reliable 4 at this point. I mean, cool if he's healthy, great, but who gives a shit? It's still Romeo Dobbs. Like, at no point in my life have I ever watched Romeo Dobbs and been like, damn, wish he was on my team.
Oh, I've said the same thing. We
no,
signed him, and I'm like,
and no disrespect to Romeo Dobbs as a player. Like, yeah, he made it. He's in the NFL. He's at least that good. But I've never once been like, God, why can't I get a player like Romeo Dobbs? You know?
Yeah, remember back in the day, I'd be like, you watch Emmanuel Sanders, and be like, oh, he'd be nice to have.
Oh.
Or you'd watch guys like.
Loved watching E in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah, you'd watch like backups like Plaxico Burress. I'm always going to go back to the Pittsburgh guys because I felt like Pittsburgh had like a fucking farm that they didn't use.
Pittsburgh were just generating
factory.
wide receivers left and right at a rate you could measure by the minute. Whether it was like, because they had Plaxico, Hines Ward, Antoine Randall, Mike Wallace, Santonio Holmes, Antonio Brown, who was some of the other ones they had? I mean, not even including like the tight
Antoine
ends.
Randall.
I said him, but
Did you?
yeah. Well, he was a part of that original 3. It was him, Hines, and Plax. Like kind of that 04 team that went 15-1.
I don't like that
and then
new
Plax
douchebag
went-
with the long hair that thinks he's God. That guy sucked.
Oh,
I can't think of his name.
no, he's not there anymore.
No, I know, but he was dog shit.
Claypool, Chase Claypool.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had I liked him coming out a lot, and then Pittsburgh took him, and I was like, fuck. Or in internet terms.
That's
And-
perfect.
I was like, this kid's fucking good. And then he just was turned into a complete bonehead. Or turned out to be a complete bonehead.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, this dude has zero situational awareness, zero ability to understand the moment, and he just makes it all about him all the time. And he is, I want to say, out of the league now?
No, wasn't he still in Jacksonville or some shit like that, like as like a 4th stringer or something like
If
that?
he is still playing somewhere, it's not he's not cracking anybody's starting lineups.
you already said Emmanuel Sanders. Juju Smith-Schuster, even though he's still kicking around.
Oh yeah, Juju Smith-Schuster.
Mike Wallace.
No, Chase Claypool's been out of the league since he went to the Dolphins. He's been out of the league for 2 years.
Oh, nice, even better.
Yeah, 2023 was his last year, where he posted a whopping 4 receptions for 26 yards.
Awesome. Mike Wallace.
Actually, he played for 2 teams that year, Chicago
Deontay
and
Johnson.
Yeah, this dude, he was. I mean, dude, the targets and the numbers he had his first couple, like his rookie year, he had 62 receptions, 873 yards, and 9 touchdowns.
Jesus Christ.
He finished his career with 13 touchdowns.
Miles Boykin.
Boykin. Love me some Myles Boykin.
Who was Washington? James Washington. He was another one.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. He had to have had more than that. What, 15 touchdowns? Anyway, it doesn't matter. 13. Wow. That's unbelievable. I don't know. Chase Claypool is one of those dudes that I thought was just so, 6'4", 240 pounds, could run like the wind. And I thought this guy was going to be, I thought he was going to be a legitimate game changer, especially being drafted by the Steelers, who had basically become like wide receiver U. And you're like, this is going to be fucking awful. Like, this kid's going to be a menace. Awful for the other 31 teams. And then his rookie year happens, and you're like, oh, yep, here we go.
Yep.
And nope. Just total bum.
Yeah, but he was like an asshole. He wasn't even like a bum. He was just like, if he wasn't such an asshole, he would have been better.
Again, which goes to kind of your point that you brought up earlier about like wide receivers being divas and everybody's gonna have a little bit of diva in them. I don't think so. And I said this to my dad because I had this not argument, but I was having this conversation with my dad and one of his buddies, is a big Patriots fan, and we were talking about the A.J. Brown trade. And I said, I like A.J. Brown. I like him as a player. And I told my dad, I said, everything with A.J. Brown, everything is good until it isn't. And my dad was like, well, all wide receivers are like that. And I said, that's not true. And I pointed to Cortland Sutton. Remember the 2 years ago, was Russ still there that year? Where they went on the road and they blew the Saints out in primetime on like a Thursday night. And it was like a 56-10 game. Spencer Rattler was playing. Like,
oh, Jesus. Yeah.
It was a total fucking blowout. And Cortland Sutton had 0 targets, 0 receptions.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what Cortland Sutton said after the game? Don't give a fuck. We won. We just blew these dudes out. And he goes, I had more fun blocking on those run plays than I would catching touchdowns.
Yeah, sure. It's like,
and I'm like, that's the kind of guy
you want
on your team. That's the kind of guy that Bill Belichick sought out. He didn't want A.J. Browns and Jamar Chases and
you want winners.
Chase Claypools. He wanted guys that wanted to win, that put the team above their individual numbers. And I get it. The NFL is a business. You got to put, your numbers you got to put numbers up in order to get paid. And that is the struggle, right? Do you want to win or do you want to put up numbers? And I think that's kind of a perfect segue into the next blockbuster trade that we had discussed that happened on yesterday with Myles Garret going to the Rams.
I was rip shit.
I'm not really that mad. I'm not as mad as most people are.
I couldn't fathom a world in which Myles Garret was traded for so little, right? Because the original report was Myles Garret was traded from the Browns to the Rams for Jared Verse and a first-round pick. And I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately, my immediate reaction was, not only was this trade bullshit, but you ended Jared Verse's career immediately. His career is done. He knows it, too. He knows he's going to Cleveland. He's like, my career is gone.
But if he's smart, unlike Myles Garret, when he gets to that, when it gets to that point where he can become a free agent or not,
let me see.
He'll become a free agent. He won't stay with the fucking team. He won't take the offer that Cleveland's going to give him. Because here's my thing, and this is what pisses me off about the Myles Garret trade. It's not that the Rams got better, because they did. The best, what I would consider the best roster in football got better. They added, you swap out a guy who was pretty fucking good in Jared Verse.
He's got 2 years left. He's got this year and next year, and that's it.
Yeah. They swap out a guy for, Jared Verse, who I thought, you and I liked him coming out.
Oh, I loved him coming out of the draft.
We thought he was going to be a difference maker, a playmaker, and he was.
Yes.
He made plays for that team. He was actually pretty excellent in L.A. during his tenure there. He's going into year 3.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes to Cleveland and you get Myles Garret, a guy who literally fucking set the sack record a year ago, that is a huge upgrade at that position. So, let's just say you go player for player. Boom. Okay, obviously Myles Garret, even at his age and everything else, you're still taking him over Jared Verse. Not that Jared Verse could get there someday. Mm-hmm. Jared Verse is talented and skilled enough.
He's also 6 years younger.
And he's, significantly younger. He has time to build on his career and get to the point. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be Myles Garret.
Right.
But he could be a 15, 16, 17 sack a year guy, for in a good spot.
Maybe.
Sure. Well, I'm just saying he has the raw talent to do it. Right? You and I both thought that of him coming out, that he was going to be a high number sack guy every year.
Maybe not in Cleveland, but yes.
Not in Cleveland, probably, but then again, Myles Garret did set the sack record in Cleveland. That being said, Sean, the Rams, I think, by losing Verse and getting Garrett, it's a net positive, but it's not like like if they had just traded the picks and got Garrett.
Yeah, I get that.
If they had kept Verse and now you've got Verse and Garrett, and I'm on team fuck them picks.
But I feel like it's picks and Verse for Garrett, and now Aaron Donald is coming back too. I am positive Donald is coming back.
If Aaron Donald comes back, it is going to be
because of
fascinating.
this move. It's because of this move.
Fascinating.
Because Trent McDuffie doesn't care. Everything about the Rams, even coming close last year, he could give two shits less. As soon as they traded for Myles Garrett, he's like he's that old Kermit the Frog meme of a Kermit the Frog sitting up in the chair. Like, he just got up from the chair like, oh, my God.
He's like, oh, I need to get my ass there.
He just started working out immediately. He hopped out of the chair in his living room and went to the gym.
I mean,
I get it. I know he works out all the time, but
he's going to be, what, 3 years removed from the league by the time he gets back.
Just 2 full years.
2 full years removed from the league. And even he has said, like, if I can find the fire to come back, I will. Because I think he was burnt out mentally. I don't think it was never a physical thing with him.
No, it was quality of life.
He retired. Physically, he was still one of the most dominant players we've ever seen in our lives.
Yeah, he had abs as a defensive lineman.
Yeah, he was basically my size with abs. Granted, I can still bench as much as him. Just throwing that out there.
He has a decade on us, though. Let's be honest.
He does.
A solid decade.
He sure does. That being said, I think that the Rams get better with this trade? Absolutely. And I love the fact that they're going all in Matthew Stafford's last year or two, whatever he decides.
2, because they gave him an extension for 1 more year.
Well, they give him the extension, but I think that if he
it's
retires,
fully guaranteed.
Yeah, but if he retires.
Oh yeah, if you retire, then you're not getting.
If he
shit.
says after this year, I'm out, then he forfeits that money. But I love the fact that the Rams are doing this now. The Rams were the best team to me in the NFC last year. I don't think they've gotten any worse. In fact, I think they've only gotten better.
Oh, I think they got better.
With, like you said, with Trent McDuffie and now Myles Garrett, they're better. They're a better team than they were a year ago. All that to be said, I don't hate this deal for Cleveland. Let me go.
Go ahead.
I got to take a piss.
Go ahead.
I'm going to sneeze hard.
Bless you. No,
I'm going to take a piss and make a drink, and then I'm going to come right back. I'm going to tell you why I don't hate this deal for Cleveland.
While he's gone, I'm going to tell you why I do hate this deal for Cleveland. So that way you get both sides of the coin. So, he switched to me, yep. So, as I'm going to read the exact trade to anybody that hasn't heard what the exact trade is, it's going to be Myles Garrett to the Cleveland Browns for, obviously, we said Jared Verse and a first-round pick. That first-round pick should be 2027, but I'm going to verify just to make sure that it is. Thank you. Joey says it is. It is exactly a 2027 first-round pick. It is a 2028 second-round pick. It is a 2029 third-round pick. So it is basically a staggered first, second, and third-round pick over the next 3 years in succession. I don't like it, okay? I don't like it for a plethora of reasons because, one, I think what you're doing is Cleveland. Like, if I'm Cleveland, how does this make us better? And there's no scenario I can come up with in which this makes us better because I feel like this was just a money dump. I feel like Cleveland is just so mismanaged and they just have no idea what to do with their cap. They just said, you know what, Myles Garrett is making a fortune. We could literally sell him off, get rid of most of that money post June 1st, and we'll say, hey, we'll get this nice, young, rising talent. So what? We have him for 2 years, but look at all these draft picks we have. To me, it doesn't make sense. It just shows that the Cleveland Browns are just the most inept, unorganized, ignorant, dumbass team in football. And it frustrated me yesterday, and it frustrates me still today because it just seems like this all could have been avoided. I'm not sure if anybody was listening earlier when we had our caller. That's the Chargers fan. He called in and he talked about it, and I said, listen, the general manager of the Browns today held a press conference, and obviously there was tons of media there, and they're like, why did this happen? How did this happen? How long has Myles Garrett been on the trade block? And the general manager sat, answered very calmly back, well, he wasn't on the trade block. He, was a Brown. We didn't have him on the trade block. So the next reporter immediately asked, so you were just essentially dealing with a one team like you dealt with the Rams, right? And that's it? Like, you didn't put him on the trade block to see what else you can get? Like, say, hey, the Rams are giving a first, second, a third, and Jared Verse. You didn't want to shop him around? And the general manager of Cleveland was like, no, we didn't feel like doing that. We weren't going to shop him around. Now, I misunderstood. I thought he had no trade clause, but even if he had a trade clause, don't you think it would be their best intention to shop him around, okay? Even to save your own ass. If you're the general manager of the Browns, wouldn't you want to save your own ass and say, we shopped him around, we tried to get some deals done, we thought we had a better deal, but it got denied because there was a no-trade clause. You got to do something to save your ass. This reminds me of Dallas Mavericks all over again. This felt like Les Snead called him up and said, you know what? Myles Garret is an alcoholic. You got to get rid of this alcoholic off your team. I will throw you a young Jared Verse for 2 years and a first-round pick.
He's an alcoholic that beats his wife on top of it.
You have to get rid of this man right now, and I will do you this blessing by taking that contract and this malcontent off of your team.
I mean, so I listened to your I listened as I was downstairs.
Desertion.
I had to pee.
No, it's fine. I don't give a shit. But
you can't pound vodka like I do.
But no, I'm just saying, like, to finish my spiel, I just felt like it was the ineptness and it was the way it was handled and stated to the media as of so matter of fact, like, well, this was the only option we had, and of course we didn't shop him around. That wouldn't make any sense. It just seems ignorant. Like, you come across as very stupid all the time. You signed 7 quarterbacks. You have all these guys in your roster. Well, one of them's going to work out. No fucking kidding one of them's going to work out. You have 7 guys in your roster. You hope one of them works out.
I mean, are they, though?
No, none of them are.
I don't think the Cleveland Browns have a quarterback on their roster that is going to work out, regardless if they have 7, 10, 12, 15, whatever. They're terrible at identifying talent. All that to be said, and listen, I'm going to preface it with this. I agree with everything you just said. The Cleveland Browns are one of the worst run organizations in all of sports. They continuously fail to deliver a winning product to their fans and the people, and yet they still remain one of the most popular teams in all of sports. And it's almost like they've become like the lovable losers for some reason, even though that the ownership has double barrel middle fingers up to the entire fan base every single year. These fans are like, it's almost become like it's like a meme. It's funny. It's cool to root for the Browns because they're so shitty. It's like, no, that's not how this works. Like, that team is ass. Why they had their own like fucking like standalone show on Sirius XM on the NFL channel, I will never fucking understand for a day in my life. But there are so many Browns fans out there that apparently there's an appetite for it. Maybe it's because they all just need a place to go and fucking bitch about how inept their ownership and GMs and everybody they appoint is.
Also, like, if you're that, it's almost like self-help. You know what I mean? It's like you're in an abusive relationship, but you don't want to leave. So it's like, I'm going to talk to a few people, and I'm going to get to a group of a bunch of other people that have the same experience as I do. Like, they're a good person. We know they're a good person deep down. They beat the shit out of us, but they're a good person.
But
it's like it's been 40 years of this.
But you don't know what they're like when we're by ourselves.
They call us the dogs, like we're the dog pound.
Like, I mean, literally, like you as a Cleveland fan, what do you do? Do you go back and like watch like that one time you beat Pittsburgh in the regular season in Week 13?
Yes.
Like, for me as a Broncos fan, I could go back and watch the divisional game against the Bills from last year. I can go back and watch a multitude of different games over the last 2 years that will bring me extreme joy and subsequently pride in being a Broncos fan. You could do the same as a Patriots fan. You have tons of shit to hang your hat on.
Yep.
The Browns have nothing to hang their hat on. Like, what? Like, at what point? Like, and again, maybe
we
this is,
drafted Baker Mayfield. He's doing great now.
It's the most Ohio shit of all time. Like, your whole existence is failure. Like, without LeBron James and Kyrie Irving that one time, you guys have fucking nothing. You blew a fucking lead to the Chicago Cubs in the World Series in Game 7. You give up the fumble, the drive, a myriad of different fucking failures as a football team. Like, they're pathetic. They're terrible. They're awful. I hate them. I wish they didn't exist because players like Myles Garret, who, again, and before I get into like the whole like the trade details, I'm just gonna say this about Myles Garret: fuck you, fuck you. This piece of shit goes on this whole tirade about how I'm done with the Browns. I just want to win football games. I want to win. I want to do this, and I need to be on a team that's gonna showcase my talent, and I want to win Super Bowls. And what does he do a week and a half, 2 weeks later? Sign a mega fucking deal extension with the Cleveland fucking Browns. Fuck you. It was all about the money for you. You don't give a shit about winning.
Yep.
And now you get traded to the Super Bowl preseason favorites. No. Fuck this guy. And this is why I'm now going to be rooting against the Rams to win the Super Bowl. And honestly, I hope Denver gets there and beats him in the Super Bowl and denies Myles Garret everything that he thinks he wants. Because fuck that guy. You could have been a free agent and had 31 fucking teams salivating
Absolutely.
over the thought of getting you. You could have gone anywhere. You could have done what Tom Brady did and handpicked your next destination and gone to a Super Bowl and potentially won it. And instead, you decided to sign, well, I think at the time it was a $135 million extension with the Browns.
Yes, was it 4 years, $135 million, something like
Something
that?
along those lines. It was less than what Drake London got from the Atlanta Falcons today, I can tell you that.
Yeah, 4 years, 141. Insane.
It's fucking crazy for Drake London. I mean, good player, but Jesus Christ, dude, these contracts.
It's the Falcons.
I know, but we got to remember, too, like the sticker shock on these deals is not what it used to be.
Dude, they're joking around. No, I shouldn't say they're joking. They're serious. There's camp reports saying that Tua might beat out Penix for the starting job. They are full-blown retarded if they do that move.
Honestly, Tua should beat out Penix for the starting job.
There's no universe.
Whether Tua survives 5 games into the season or not is a whole other story. But Tua, at this point in his NFL tenure, should be better than Michael Penix.
Yeah, but come on. We know the real answer there. Like, there is no way. He can't throw the ball.
No. Tua can throw a ball.
Oh, no, it was $160. It was $40 million a year.
Oh, for Garrett?
Yeah.
Okay. So 4 years, $160 million.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, Myles Garrett is like, you know what? I love Cleveland. This is my home.
Come and see
both
of
I
our
want
buildings.
to build a championship team right here, knowing goddamn fucking well they were never going to build a championship team in Cleveland.
Nope.
They never have. They never will. What makes you think that you, Myles Garrett, are going to be, oh, wait, I know why you thought that. I'll give you 160 million reasons why you thought that. Don't fucking sit there and tell me you want to fucking win, and then you sign an extension with the Cleveland Browns. As if you really think if Myles Garrett had hit the streets as a free agent, that he couldn't have got 4 years, 160 million from literally any other fucking team? Are you out of your fucking mind? Now, God, I'm getting my blood pressure worked up here. This is what pisses me off about guys like Myles Garrett, is they sit there and they tell you, and, fuck that, and plus the whole Mason Rudolph fucking fake racism shit, that shit still doesn't sit right with me.
And then try to kill him with his helmet.
Yeah, pulled his helmet. We called me the N-word. Bull fucking shit, dude.
It's like 4,000
Even
cameras.
the Pouncey brothers were like, nah, that didn't happen.
They were like,
nah.
Our friend was Aaron Hernandez. We'll tell you what happened.
Yeah. But Myles Garrett, to me, and I love Matthew Stafford. I love Puka. I love Sean McVay. He's a Shanahan guy. These are, the LA Rams, for me, are one of those teams that they're very easy for me to root for because they have so many players that I like, that I love their coach. Les Snead is a fucking baller of a fucking GM. He does it exactly how I would do it.
He hates drafting.
If I would, fuck them picks, bro. The draft is a crapshoot. The fact that the Broncos traded a first away for Jalen Waddle this year made all the sense in the world to me because I know what Jalen Waddle is. I don't know what the guy we were going to draft at 30 was.
Right.
So it made sense to do it. Now, in any given year, that might not be the case. Why do I think the Patriots won the A.J. Brown trade? Because they didn't give up the 2027 first in what we know is going to be a loaded draft. Or we anticipate to be a loaded draft. That's a win. That was a smart business decision. Somebody finally got the best of fucking Howie Roseman. Or maybe not the best of them, but they got it. They didn't just let Howie Roseman fleece them, as we're accustomed to seeing. So for all that to be said, Sean, fuck Myles Garrett. I hope they don't. I honestly hope the Rams don't win a Super Bowl simply because he is there now.
I get it, but
because it pisses me off that he cried about, I want to be a winner. I want to play on a winning team. I don't want to be in Cleveland. He tried to force his way out the door in Cleveland. Cleveland's like, we'll give you 4 years, 160. And he's like, all right, I love the Cleveland Browns. Best team ever.
Yep, I'm staying.
Super Bowls, never heard of her.
I'm LeBron James of Cleveland.
He's such a fucking fraud. He's such a fucking liar. Fantastic player. But just, dude, fuck you. Fuck you. Like, no, you don't get to have your fucking cake and eat it too. Go fuck yourself. I fucking hate that shit. Like, if you want to be a fucking man, stand on your goddamn fucking business and demand the fucking trade or hit free agency and bet on yourself like a real fucking man would. Mm-hmm. You puss the fuck out and now you're getting rewarded for it. Fuck that. That's some SGA Oklahoma City Thunder type shit, and I can't stand it.
And now he might get rewarded by also playing next to a Hall of Fame level defensive tackle and Aaron Donald that might be coming back.
Which, if Aaron Donald comes back, right? Let's just say Aaron Donald comes back at half of what he was. He's still a Pro Bowler.
Yes.
Which is fucking shitty.
Because Aaron Donald would take 3 dudes on and still be moving around.
Bro, he would take on more dudes than Riley Reid in their prime.
Okay, I can't finish what I was going to say.
I'm just saying. And win. Riley Reid.
She won.
Define winning. But
she was happy at the end.
Neither one of them could walk for a day or two. I can tell you that, though. For completely different reasons.
Again, I can't finish what I was going to say.
Something blacked.
Yes, essentially.
But anyway, the trade on paper makes a shit ton of sense for Cleveland, right? Let's assume for one, just entertain me here.
I'm doing.
Let's assume for one quick moment in time that the Cleveland Browns have a functional
brain cell.
A functional front office that knows how to manage assets, caps, so on and so forth, right? Like, let's just say the Cleveland Browns are a competent organization. Just for this segment, humor me. You trade away Myles Garrett, who's, 7, 8 years older than Jared Verse, who you're paying 4 years, $160 million to. He has a no-trade clause, which, I mean, if I'm fairly certain, that means the Rams have to pick up his whole salary if he waives it. I don't think the Cleveland Browns are on the hook for any of the money.
No, I don't think so either. I think
because I think if you have a no trade clause, that would mean that the Browns don't have to pay you if you waive it. I'm pretty sure that goes that's kind of like standard that goes in there. It's been a while since I've looked up how NFL contracts work these days, but anyway, let's just assume that's the case, right? So you're the Browns. You are nowhere fucking close to winning anything significant. You're looking at another 3 to 5 win season. You have 6 or 7 quarterbacks on your roster, which means you have none.
Oh my God, it's worse than you think.
Ugh.
The Browns eat $25 million dead cap space for 3 years.
$75 million in total.
Yes.
That's like the 3rd most dead cap ever.
The Rams only have to pay $15 million a year for the next 3 years of the rest of his contract. They said because this is like Sam Monson, who I don't like him, but he's good for like news and stuff like that.
So this is killing my Browns are a competent front office type
So
thing.
it says, imagine getting a competent top edge for 3 years, $45 million in today's market. Oh, a bargain shopping for days for the Rams. Unbelievable.
I mean, that just kind of eviscerates everything I was going to say.
Sorry, I had to look up the contract.
No, it makes. I'm glad you did because what I was going to say was you trade away an older, expensive guy when you're not close to winning. You replace him with a cheaper, younger version of a guy who probably won't become that guy, but it doesn't matter anyway because you never did anything with that guy anyway. Anyhow, but you still get a competent player. And you get a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd round draft pick over the next 3 years. Okay, that part works. Then you tell me that, and I'm like, you know what? Never mind. There is no saving the Browns from themselves, Sean. This might be one of the worst deals I've ever seen. How did the Browns not negotiate this more in their favor? And why were they so readily willing to give up Myles Garret for basically nothing?
The Rams essentially.
Did Diana Rossini have anything to do with this?
No, she should have, though. It would have been a much better deal.
Speaking of blacked.
Essentially, the Rams can get out of this after 2 years and paying $33 million as the third and final year of the deal, which would have been the fourth year of the deal, can and will be activated upon the fourth calendar year's activation and make sure he gets fully guaranteed.
Yes, Destry, it is starting to feel like the LA football Dodgers. Yeah.
So it's essentially like either they can guarantee he's going to get his full salary, both teams pay him his full amount of money, or the Rams can after 2 years be like, we're done. But
here's the thing, and this is what we know about the Rams. We know that the Rams have 1 year to cash in on this.
2.
1. This is it.
Well, I think Stafford has 2 years. I think they have 2 years.
Stafford physically doesn't have 2 years left. They signed him to a 2-year extension for, I mean, that's just fluff. Stafford's got 1 year left in him. I know he was the MVP last year. I know he played great last year. You and I both know that his injury history and his body is failing him quickly.
Yeah, his neck and his back are a mess.
His neck. His back.
Oh.
We ain't gonna do that. I will not disrespect Matthew Stafford like that. I'll let his wife do that with his roommate. But anyway.
He took it. Whatever. What the fuck?
I got jokes, baby.
With his backup.
Yeah. I mean, hey, listen. You know, sometimes, you got to make a man jealous.
Destry, I made that comment about an hour and a half ago that the Browns are the fucking Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, he did. Sean literally made that comment. I think you made it to start the show. You alluded to it, where it's like, how in the fuck did the Rams convince the Browns to give up Myles Garret for this little? Because it's not like the Browns weren't gonna. They're not gonna do anything with the first round pick next year.
All Les Snead did was he took an article from Deshaun Watson saying Deshaun Watson possible rapist during massage thing. He just replaced Deshaun Watson with Myles Garret and sent it over to the Browns. The Browns are like, oh my god, this again.
I am just so I am so mind blown about this now that the details are coming out. Because I haven't had a chance to look at a lot of this stuff. Because it happens so quick. But details.
There's no way he's going to be there.
Details usually come out 48 hours. Like, I thought last night, because last night initially when I looked, they had said it was going to be a first-round pick in 27, 28, and 29. Because remember the NFL changed the rule where you can trade, like, I think up to 5 years out or 3 years out. They want it to be 5.
Yes.
But it's up to 3. And I thought, and somebody said, because somebody had come out and said, like, hold up, this trade isn't finalized yet. Like, don't try. And then next thing you know, more picks get added.
Yes.
But it was a second and a third, not 2 more firsts, which would have made more sense to add the 2 more firsts because then you're like, okay, whatever. But
that makes it a great deal then for the Browns.
It's a fantastic. If
Especially
it was 2
how
more
much money you're paying.
If it was 3 firsts.
Well, then
and Jared first, then and Myles Garret, then I would say okay.
Then it sounds like you're buying first-round picks a little bit.
That's fine. Whatever.
That's fine. That works out.
Whatever. You're still going to give something up, but at the end of the day, to get Myles Garret and only give up Jared Verse, a first, second, and third in progressing years, so they basically gave up 1 first-round pick.
Yep.
Okay, whatever. They're not going to be anywhere near the top of the draft board to make a decent selection anyway. We already know that. I mean, barring significant crazy circumstances, i.e. injury, the Rams are going to be drafting in the bottom 5 of the draft next year.
For the next couple of years, yeah. Maybe that third year, the third round pick will be like
I think it'll be this year. And then I think 2027, I think the wheels come off the bus.
Okay.
Because listen, their defense was good last year. I know they were a top 10 defense last year in points allowed, but they weren't. They were very heavily protected by their offense. That offense without Stafford I mean, we've heard McVay be wishy-washy about whether or not he's even going to, how long he wants to continue coaching. If they win a Super Bowl this year, could you not just see Stafford walking off and being like,
Oh, I can
good.
picture Stafford, McVay,
and Aaron Donald again.
Devontae Adams for sure.
I mean,
maybe even Puka. Puka has some mental illnesses going on right now and some addiction issues. He might not even start the year with the team. Don't forget.
which, I mean, at this point, does it matter? I don't know. But my thing is this: the Rams. I think they're going all in on this year, and I love that because they have to. You've got Matthew Stafford. He's not getting any younger. The man can still do it. He's one of the best trigger men in the NFL. Arguably, we'll rank him where he goes in terms of the all-time greats when it's all said and done. But I mean, if let's say he gets 2 Super Bowls.
Yep.
I mean, he's all right. Well, wherever you had John Elway, he's already over John Elway.
Stafford immediately shoots up the board.
He goes. I think he goes into that 7, 8, 9, 10 range.
I feel like Stafford
all time because you got to put
Stafford still is underappreciated even now.
I couldn't agree more. I think Matthew Stafford is one of the best quarterbacks that we've seen in our lifetimes.
He was a number 1 overall pick with a garbage organization. Had to basically die in that organization,
and then got his big break when the Rams finally freed him.
Yeah.
And Les Snead was just like, yeah, team, fuck them picks, bro. Let's go win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, did it.
And Stafford, and it's not like Stafford didn't perform in those playoffs either. No, he was instrumental. He was the reason they won.
Yes, he was.
That defense was great. They had Aaron Donald and Von Miller and, all these great players and everything else. And I know they had Cooper Kupp, and he was the Triple Crown winner, but Cooper Kupp doesn't win a Triple Crown without Stafford. Calvin Johnson is not a Hall of Famer without Matthew Stafford.
Absolutely.
So, as good as Calvin Johnson was, not a Hall of Famer without Matt Stafford.
That's correct.
So, where we rank Stafford all time at the end of the day, I mean, we're going to have to seriously sit down and start to have that conversation soon because, I mean, where are you, obviously I think the top 3, 4, 5, I think are kind of solidified in terms of Brady, Manning, Montana, Marino, and then take your pick, Rodgers, Breeze. But if Stafford gets 2,
don't forget Elway. Don't forget
Elway's not a top 5 guy.
No, but you can make the argument of
sure you could make the argument. Well, if you want, Johnny Unitas would be my number 5 personally.
But then the only thing that works against Unitas is history.
But the thing is that what people don't understand about Johnny Unitas is Johnny Unitas literally revolutionized the game with the 2-minute offense. That was not a thing until Johnny U.
Correct.
So you cannot, and to me, and this is why I always put Manning and Marino ahead of Brady, and you and I have had this conversation a million times.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Brady didn't do anything to revolutionize the game.
No, he didn't.
He didn't create anything new that nobody had ever seen before.
Played the game.
He played the game at the highest level with the greatest coach of all time, and he was given the greatest set of circumstances every single time he stepped on the field because of his supporting cast and his coach. I'm not taking away it. He still won 7 rings. I get it. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Go fuck yourself. I still don't have Brady. Brady's 5 to me. Because because rings are not a metric of who's the greatest. It's a whole other show for a whole other night.
Mm-hmm.
But I will die on that hill that Tom Brady is not a top 4 quarterback of all time. I know he's got all the stats. I know he's got all this, but that's all longevity based. Whatever. I could go into all the different nerd shit, but even the nerds agree with me. So it is what it is. You don't like it? Fuck you. I don't care. You're wrong. I'm right. Kiss my ass.
You stupid.
And people are like, well, you revolutionized winning. No, you don't revolutionize.
That's not a thing.
No, it's not a thing. You don't revolutionize winning. It doesn't happen. Now, was Brady great under pressure? Did he do great things? Sure. Of course he did. But he was always in a position to do that. Always. He had more opportunities to do that than basically anybody in history. So, anyway. My point is, we'll have to have that conversation about Stafford at some point. But
if you gun to head, career's over, he wins another Super Bowl, hypothetically,
At least he's definitely in the top 10.
7?
So
I'm just doing devil's advocate.
Manning, Marino,
thinking,
Montana, Brady, Breeze, Rogers. I mean, Breeze and Rogers, I'd have to look at Stafford's number because if Stafford gets 2 rings.
Dude, I put Stafford over Rogers right now. I'm sorry.
No.
Think about it. Give it some serious thought.
No. Just because if I'd have to really do some diving on this, dude.
I'm telling you, I think there's a.
I think there's some merit to what you're saying. I think you might be on to something, but to me, Aaron Rodgers is still one of, if not the greatest, just pure passers of all time.
Okay, Joey, I'm gonna blow your mind right now. All-time passing, Aaron Rodgers, number 5, 66,274.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6, Matthew Stafford,
Sure.
64,516.
Yeah, they've played what? Because Stafford got drafted, what, 3? But
He
you
is
gotta remember,
5 years younger than Rodgers.
but you gotta remember, Aaron Rodgers rode the bench for, what, 3 years behind Favre?
So sure, so he has 2 full years ahead of him.
Well, he rode because Aaron Rodgers drafted 05. He didn't play at all in 05, 06, or 07. 3 full seasons that Rodgers was on the bench behind Favre.
I do think Stafford has a chance to like blow by Rodgers in like yards,
I mean, if Rodgers comes out and has kind of a crap year this year,
which I think he probably does. That's a reset year.
I don't know, dude. Mike McCarthy, there's going to be some familiarity there. Like, I don't think Rodgers is going to like go out and screw the pooch and throw for like 2,600 yards, in 14 games, and like just look like Peyton Manning in his last year.
Also, 7, 8, and 9 being Big Ben, Phillip Rivers, and Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan are crazy to me. Like over Marino, over Elway, over Moon.
They played in a different era.
I know, but it
if
looks
Dan Marino
weird.
played in this era, dude, he would have thrown for fucking 6,500 yards and probably 70 touchdowns in a season.
You want to hear?
I mean, John Elway John Elway's numbers in today's game would make Mahomes look like a little bitch.
Do you know Joe Flacco is less than 2,000 yards away from passing John Elway all time?
Yeah. John Elway didn't put up great, crazy numbers. Like, people, that's the thing that I think like gets lost in translation with John Elway.
He only played 15 years.
He played 15 years in a era that was,
violent,
extremely defensively friendly, and not for nothing, but, Dan Reeves was great, but they really never saw eye to eye on how the offense should be run. And then the Wade Phillips era was kind of throwaways, and then Mike Shanahan came in and was like, what we're going to do? We're going to run the fucking ball. And Elway had some good years, but nothing like off the charts crazy. I mean, I think his best season was what? 33, 31 touchdowns?
What, Elway?
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
Oh, I can look it up. I mean, I got it right here. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think it wasn't anything electric, I can tell you that.
No, 27.
27. Yeah, he never topped 30 once in his career. 27-11 was his best year in 97 when they won the Super Bowl. But even still, like, you would look back at that 96 season when I thought they were way better. Or 93 when he threw for 4,000 yards, but 25-10. Mm-hmm. But it was but Elway was a 300 touchdown guy, but he threw a ton of picks too. Like, but the bottom line was Elway got it done in a way that you really can't measure on a stat sheet.
Right.
And they were never out of games. You were never out of a game with John Elway. Now, those games might have been a lot closer because of John Elway.
Mm-hmm.
And you could certainly make that argument, which is why I don't particularly have John Elway in my top 5. I love John Elway. He's great, but John Elway might not even be top 10 all the time when it's all said and done. Did he do the most with the least? Sure, we could have that conversation.
Damn, if you're just going to do touchdowns, just going back to Rodgers versus Stafford, it's not even fucking close. Rodgers beats Stafford by over 100 touchdowns thrown.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Over 100.
A-Rod is not a joke, bro. Like, people I feel like we've taken Aaron Rodgers for granted the last decade.
I say the last few years, yeah, because that big injury and then after the injury has been like.
But he's still been good. Like, even if you go back and watch last year in Pittsburgh, he was not the problem. You know? And I feel like when people look at Aaron Rodgers, they just see a guy that like, oh, he only won one Super Bowl. Yeah, and that sucks because the Green Bay Packers, I feel like I feel like they were actively sabotaging him every single chance they got.
Yeah, they only cared about competing, not winning.
Yeah, right. We want to be good, but not too good, you know? It's like I tell my wife, you know, like, I have a nice dick, right? It's big, but not too big, you know? Yeah. Some girls don't like that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I got the Irish curse. I don't know what to tell you, but I beat that, you know, in a lot of ways. But no,
that was funny though. It's big, but not too big, right?
It's big, but not too big. But Aaron Rodgers, I feel like, has been overlooked and overshadowed and underappreciated for what he has done in this league year in and year out. Like I said, he rode the bench those first 3 years. He's got 100 more touchdowns than Stafford. He didn't fucking play for 3 years. That's crazy, dude. Like, Aaron Rodgers is one of the most prolific passers we have ever seen. He is this generation's Dan Marino, in my opinion. Now, if you could just take Dan Marino, clone him, and take him from 1983 and put him in, like, 2007, I mean, we would have 6,000-yard seasons, 60 touchdown seasons. The things Dan Marino could do with a football was just insane.
Oh, he was incredibly gifted as a quarterback, and he saw the field so well, and he had such great touch.
I don't know how we got off on this, we talk about Stafford retiring, but
no, it was Stafford and like how good, like where he ranked,
where he would be in the top 10. I think Stafford has firmly asserted himself into the top 10 by winning that one ring. If he gets 2, now you get to start to have the conversation I think he jumps Breeze. Even though Breeze, what is Breeze's numbers? Because Breeze has got to have.
Breeze has crazy high numbers.
Crazy, but
Breeze has 571 touchdowns, which is fucking nuts. Which is only second to Brady. Brady has 650.
Yeah.
And then his yards is way up there.
Yeah,
too.
his yards are astronomical.
Oh, again, second only to
66,000, 67,000 or something like that.
I think he was 71,000.
Was he 71?
I think so.
Was Brady 76? Is that what it was?
Brady's 89,000.
Oh, he's already 89. Okay, so Breeze is in the 70s somewhere.
Brady's 101,000 if you include the playoffs, and Breeze is like 80-something thousand if you include the playoffs. Total yards. Come on, you fucking idiot, Sean. Oh shit. 68,010 if you include the playoffs. 80,358. So 68,010.
I thought he was right around 70.
I thought he was 71,000. Who was 71,000 then?
71,000 would have to be. Was that Matt Ryan? No.
Definitely not Matt Ryan.
Was it Rodgers?
No, Rodgers was 50-something. Maybe I just thought it was him, and I just thought it was 71. I think Breeze is second all time.
So, yeah, this is... No, according to...
No, Breeze is second.
Yeah, according to this, Brady's at 89,000.
I said, Breeze 80,000.
80,000. Peyton Manning is 71,000.
Oh, okay. And Brett Favre is 71,000.
Yeah, and A-Rod's at 66, Stafford 64, Big Ben 64, Rivers 63, Matt Ryan 62, Marino 61. Eli Manning 57. You talk about a guy who gets no love. When will some people start putting some fucking goddamn respect on Eli Manning?
You know why? Nobody liked Eli, even in New York, until he beat the Patriots. Everyone
But what was not to love about Eli? He's fucking hilarious. He's Peyton's little brother.
They think he's hilarious.
And the
now.
dude was a fucking tougher than a wet piece of leather, dude. That guy was crazy tough. I don't think people realize how tough Eli Manning was, and that pisses me off.
No, they definitely don't.
That is a
they took it for granted.
Travesty.
They took it for granted how resilient he was and how
because
he didn't get injured.
He didn't have, and the only reason why he didn't continue the all-time start streak was because the Giants decided to bench him unceremoniously.
Wasn't that during the time he had a 20 interception season or something like that?
He was having a rough go at it, but then they decided to bench him for Danny Dimes.
Oh,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right. And then he came back in. They cheered him when he came back in.
And then and they bench Danny Dimes at like halftime, and they bring Eli back. Is it really? Like you fucked him out of that number, like that stat, like
they cheered him like he was Maximus from Gladiator.
Yeah.
They're like, he's back, and Danny Dimes like, put.
He's like, oh fuck yourself, and that pisses me off still to this day. But again, talk about shittily run franchises. We had the Browns, all this shit, like. But to just kind of put a happy red bow on this whole conversation for the night, I don't think Myles Garret guarantees the Rams a Super Bowl. Obviously, nothing's guaranteed.
Oh, no.
I still think that the Rams are they beatable? Obviously, they're beatable. They were beatable last year. Am I going to be looking forward to seeing the Rams in the playoffs? Fuck no. Fuck no. I'm not even looking forward to seeing them in Denver in Week 3 on Sunday Night Football. Like, nah, that's going to suck too. Like, it's probably going to be a rough night. But I still got $100 on the Broncos to win the Super Bowl, so I'm still going to fucking stick with it because fuck you.
Why the hell not?
Because Bo Nix don't lose, baby.
As long as Bo Nix is healthy, I think that Broncos team is going to be, especially with Jalen Waddle and stuff like that, I think that Broncos team is going to be really tough to beat. I don't know. I'm losing my belief that Buffalo is going to be a real team this year. I think it's just going to be Josh Allen and crew.
I think it's going
to be Josh Allen again.
Sure, I think it's going to be a lot of what we saw last year.
I think it's
Josh Allen
worse.
and company, and they've got good players in there. They're decent, and Josh Allen is the reason. What do we always say about Josh Allen? To quote the great Adam Shine, he is Paul Bunyan meets John Elway. Like, that is what he is. But he is they also treat him as such, and they ask him to carry that fucking team on their back, on his back everywhere that they go.
Yep.
And Josh Allen is plenty good enough to do that. And I love me some Josh Allen. He is one of my favorite players leagues. He's one of my favorite players in the league. Jesus, Joey, fucking get it out. Quiff. But I think you're right. I'm not looking at the Buffalo Bills and being like, damn, that's going to be a tough team to beat. Now, I'm looking at the Buffalo Bills and I'm saying, like, given the preference, do you want to see them in the divisional round of the playoffs?
No.
No, fuck no. I don't want anything to do with Josh Allen. He's like, he's hard to kill. You know what I mean? Like, he is very hard to kill. He hasn't made it out of the playoffs, unscathed yet, but he has taken out a lot of good teams along the way. And I really would rather not have to deal with that if I could avoid it. But
agreed.
We got them in our house last year, and we did what we do, and we beat them. And Bo Nix went head-to-head, toe-to-toe with Josh Allen and beat him. And I think that's something else people forget, too, is that Bo Nix out-dueled Josh Allen in that game.
Yeah.
Denver's defense made some plays? Absolutely. Josh Allen turned the ball over like crazy? Absolutely. Bo Nix made... Go back and watch that game and watch some of the throws Bo Nix made.
Oh, he did phenomenal.
And try to tell me that
game.
he's not going to be a top, 5 to 8 quarterback this year.
I remember the game. I thought Bo Nix is like people that don't believe Sean Payton knows what he's doing. Like, they should believe in Sean Payton with what he's doing. Like Sean Payton knows his shit. Like, he was the guy that said, "Hey, I'm going to take Jimmy Graham, who only played basketball, and make him a star tight end. I'm going to take Marquise Colston, who nobody had draftable. I'm going to take him and turn him into a stud wide receiver, and then the guy's going to disappear off the face of the earth and never going to hear from him ever again once he retires. I'm going to take Slant Boy and only use him for the years that he's healthy.
The slant god.
And then as soon as he's healthy,
with his bum ankles.
As soon as he's healthy and I'm not in New Orleans, you'll never see this man step foot in the field again." And it was just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, he does miracles with
And I love that Sean Payton's taking a step back from the play calling. He's letting Davis Webb do the play calling this year, because I feel like that gives Sean Payton more ability to kind of, all right, let's manage the clock. Let's get the plays in on time. Like, let's cut down. I think this Denver offense is going to run a lot smoother. And one thing I will say, and this is kind of because, for my Broncos fans out there that listen, everybody was like, what the fuck? Like, we could have traded a first-round pick for Myles Garret, and got him in Denver. I'm like, first of all, probably not.
Right.
And that's okay. Because what Denver is building for, like LA is making this move to win right now. Denver right now, the way that they're operating, they're looking to build a dynasty.
Correct.
And I love that about this team. Because when you look at, like, I guarantee you, listen, fantasy football players out there, Pat Bryant is going to be one of the best fantasy steals that you're going to find this year.
Oh, he's a nice. Is he third or fourth this year?
He's currently right now. I think he is going to assume the third. I think he's going to beat Troy Franklin out for the 3 spot.
Because Mims is taking 2, right?
Well, no, you got Waddle and Sutton.
Oh, so Mims is what, 5?
5, 4.
Oh shit. Okay.
Mims is like the gadget guy that comes in and does crazy shit.
Okay.
They're deep right now. Now, knock on wood.
I forgot about Waddle and Sutton being the top 2.
Again, I like where this is heading for Denver. I really do.
Sutton can be an outside guy. Waddle is the guy that can kind of go inside. He can stay outside.
Pat Bryant's going to play probably going to end up assuming the outside on the other side of Sutton, and then you've got Troy Franklin and Marvin Mims to fill in, who are both great young, great talents.
Who's the tight end?
Right now, Evan Ingram and the kid
I don't hate Evan Ingram.
And Jolly.
He's a good move guy. He moves.
Evan Ingram. Hey, listen, when Davis Webb was calling the plays in the preseason last year, Evan Ingram looked like he was about to go like full fucking Jimmy Graham in 2013 and just have like 1,300 yards and 15 touchdowns, and he looked like the next coming of Antonio Gates. So with Webb calling the plays, I think you're going to see some different looks out of Denver's offense this year. Last year, the offense looked like it was it did just enough to win, and I say just enough to win 14 fucking games.
Yeah.
But, just enough to win. But I think this year you're going to see that offense is going to hum all year.
Oh, I think so too. As long as you guys stay healthy.
That's the biggest thing, man.
That's health for everybody.
It's all about health. So, guess we could probably leave it there, right? That's good.
You want to quickly touch on SGA getting bounced and him being a big
bitch? Oh, yes. Can we just say thank you to the basketball gods?
This is an SGA hate show.
For the fact that we don't because if SGA had won the MVP and gone on and won his second consecutive title,
kill me now,
we would have to listen to, oh, he's the next Michael Jordan. Oh, he's the next this, or he's going to be the greatest player of all time. Fuck SGA. Bro, that dude is a straight Canadian fucking bitch. Fuck him, and fuck the horse he rode in on.
He is insufferable asshole, and I love that. I don't know the San Antonio's coach's name, so I'm sorry. Forgive me. But
shit, I don't either, actually.
But he did a great job saying, I don't care what you guys do for play defense. Man up on these guys.
Mitch Johnson.
When they go to shoot, don't lean in. Just let them fucking shoot. And it worked immaculately. You would see guys just do this. Hands straight up. They would go shoot and throw themselves straight back, and they'd look at the ref like this. Like, I didn't move at all.
But SGA would still find a way to collapse to the floor and fall down and try to sell it every single time. I have never seen a player who goes up for a shot and his legs just seemingly like the bones just evaporate out of his legs every time he lands. Oh, he turns into a jellyfish.
Chet is probably like the second or third best center in the league.
I mean, I guess.
But I mean, Wemby killed him. He shut him down the whole series.
Well, did you ever in a million years?
That was one of the matchups of like the
that you would look at an NBA matchup and be like, well, this is all. Chet Holmgren's gonna have a night.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
otherwise
we're fucked. Like, never in a billion years did I ever think those words would come out of anyone's mouths, but yet they did. And I'm just so glad that the Thunder are out of this because I think it's a better matchup for the Knicks with the Spurs. I think the Knicks can have a better chance, a greater chance. I think they had a good chance of beating the Thunder. I think they have a better chance of beating the Spurs. Could be wrong on that. I don't know. We'll see on, starting tomorrow night. But all I know is that I am just so thrilled that I don't have to sit here and listen to this fucking narrative about SGA and MVP and back-to-back championships and all this. And it kind of, this series against the Spurs kind of exposed OKC for what they are. They're a bunch of floppers that sell fouls. The NBA has a serious issue on its hand that it needs to correct before next year starts. And if they do, this will be the last time we ever hear from SGA and the Thunder.
Yeah, they need to correct a few rules. I have no faith in Adam Silver to do that, though.
Me neither.
Adam Silver has zero balls as a commissioner. He bends and folds to the players.
He has less of a spine than SGA's legs when he's going out for a jump shot.
I don't understand.
I know spines don't exist in legs. That's not the point.
This is not a race or ethnicity thing with Adam Silver. I don't know if he's a fucking human. He looks like almost like silver and gray sometimes. Like when you look at him,
He's
he
just
has
a piece
no
of
lip.
shit, dude.
He has
I don't.
no lips.
I can't stand Adam Silver. He's arguably the worst commissioner in sports. He's done nothing but fucking screw the NBA left and right. I mean, just look at the numbers, dude. Nobody's watching. The people don't care. Like, you know, it used to be like, oh, the NBA playoffs are on. I didn't care who was playing. I put the game on to watch. Now, I don't give a fuck, dude.
No, I don't care either. Well,
The
I'm
game
happy,
sucks.
I'm happy the Knicks and San Antonio is a good matchup. I feel like that would be fun to watch.
Avenge 99. Let's go, Knicks.
What was that? Latrell Sprewell and who was the Knicks in '99?
I think it was Sprewell.
Damn, imagine Latrell Sprewell.
I know they lost to San Antonio. It was David Robinson, Duncan, and Robinson.
99.
Was Kenny the Jet there?
I'm looking it up right now.
Was he on the Knicks yet? Or was that before? I forget.
Latrell Sprewell.
This predates
Jeff
Marbury.
Van Gundy. Fucking hell. Marcus Camby.
That's right.
Patrick Ewing, obviously. Larry Johnson. Latrell Sprewell. Kurt Thomas. Charlie Ward.
Grandmama.
Herb Williams. The fuck?
That's a crazy list of names.
Ben Davis. Whoa, fuck.
This is like the
Chris Childs.
like
Holy
I almost
shit.
feel like that like you just made that roster up.
No,
Like,
it's the real team.
I know, but it just sounds like it's just made up. You're like, yeah, no fucking way, dude. Get out of here. Like, fuck you. That's shitty. Fuck off.
Dude, remember Chris Childs? Holy shit.
I remember the name, yeah.
Dude, Chris Childs was like Nets, Knicks, Raptors, Boston? No.
I know he bounced around a bit.
No, he was in the league like a decade plus.
I mean,
he was like a fucking no-name, dude, but his name just hung around forever. Marcus Camby. Marcus Camby looked like he was like potentially a rapist every time I saw him.
well, Camby was UMass, right?
Was he UMass? Da 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 da.
What was he URI? He was from up here. I thought he was UMass.
I do not fucking know.
This is gonna bother me. I have to look this up now. I'm pretty sure he was UMass.
Connecticut.
Yeah, UMass.
It says Connecticut. He graduated from Connecticut.
No, college, UMass, right there.
Did he start at UMass and then transfer to Connecticut?
I don't know. He just says he played for UMass.
He played 2 weeks in UMass.
No, he was. I'm pretty sure he was a UMass guy. No, he went to high school in Connecticut.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was definitely a UMass guy because I remember he was. Didn't he play under Patino?
You know, I just want to let everybody know that I can't look at fucking stats anymore because this world has ruined me. It says 4X BLAK champ. I took that as 4-time black champion. I was like, what the fuck?
He's a 4-time champion of the blacks, son.
Obviously, it's supposed to be block champion.
This man's end card is permanent.
I'm like, what the fuck is a
What was
4-time
it?
black champion?
What was it? Was it Ice-T that said he was like, yeah, go to the hood and ask him about my hood pass? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. He goes, I can walk through the streets and I ain't got to tuck my chain. Fuck you.
I felt so stupid. 4-time black champion. I'm like, what does that mean?
Block? Yes.
Oh, fucking acronyms in today's world.
Good times, good times. All right. Yeah, fuck SGA, fuck the Thunder. Glad they're out. Go Knicks. Let's fucking go Knicks.
I don't care which one wins.
You know what? I got one of my best friends who's a lifelong Knicks fan, And
Tommy?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I'm rooting strictly for him.
He's never seen them win.
He's
ever.
never seen them win.
We've never seen them win in our lifetimes either.
I've seen my team win. His brother's seen his team win. He's never seen his team win. I want Tommy to get a championship because Tommy's never seen the Dolphins, the Mets, or the Knicks win a championship. He's the only one that's over in all 3 major sports.
Damn.
And that sucks.
It does suck.
So I'm hoping, it would be great to see the Knicks get a fucking. And listen, I think they can. I think they're gonna do it, dude. I really do. I got a feeling that the Knicks are gonna be the team. They're the team of destiny this year. Wemby is a nice story, and to go from being a lottery pick last year with 39 wins to or no less than that, I think, to being in the finals this year is a crazy turnaround. And we're going to have to deal with the Spurs for a long time, even though I think Wemby's kind of a bitch, but whatever, that's neither here nor there.
I don't know if he'd deal with them for a long time. This might be a one-off.
I hope it is.
That's not a stacked team, though. You know what I mean? That feels like it's Wemby and,
They have a lot of players I can't stand either. But then again, I'm still just so ingrained to hate San Antonio. Even though they always, not always, but for the most part, the Lakers got the better of the Spurs in the playoffs. I just feel like because they matched Kobe's 5 in that era, I'm like, no, fuck you. Fuck you. No, that was Kobe's era, and you fucking dickbags just, fundamentals, flopping with Ginobili, and Tony Parker's married to Eva Longoria. Fuck you.
Yep.
Kiss my ass. And then he cheats on her because that's what basketball players do.
Yep.
It's like basketball players, firemen. What do we have in common? Cheating on our wives.
Nurses.
Yeah. It's so bad.
Oops.
But anyhow, we'll leave it there for tonight. We taking next week off?
No,
I know you have the
not
following
me.
week off.
The following week, for sure. Next week, I don't know.
Next week's tentative. We'll put a pin in it. And then we might come back the following week, wrap it up, and then we'll take our summer break.
Ooh.
Because we're to that point, Sean.
That's great, though, actually, if you think about it, because when we come back, it's like, football! I get away from the mic, sorry. Football.
Pia!
Oh, I gotta tell you off the air about, I have insider trading info.
I like it.
Everyone's like, you just said it on air, you stupid bitch. It's not
but
real.
we didn't say what.
Yeah. They don't know. I'm fucking lying.
So, but nonetheless, we'll leave it there. Next week, tentative show. We'll put a pin in next week. And then the following week, we are definitely off the 16th.
Yeah, I'm not even
in
the city.
Yeah, and we'll you got big business plans.
Oh yeah, so good.
Big deal shit.
I'm getting porked on that week.
We'll see about next week because it's going to be probably, I think, a slowish week. NBA Finals will come back on the 24th, kind of wrap everything up with the finals, basketball, give a little preview for the NBA offseason. And then maybe we'll do a show or two in July. We'll see.
Okay.
But we'll hit our summer, our usual summer break, which we do every year. We kind of, we're kind of sporadic throughout June and July, and then because the weather's nice and
we kid stuff. Why?
Yeah, there's there's things to do that are better than sitting in a house and rambling on about nothing because there's nothing going on in June and July. I mean, you get the dog days of baseball. NASCAR is kind of in that midseason, although we do have the Atlanta race in July.
My son asked me. My son's like, "Hey, how the because he's on the White Sox right now. He's like, how are the real White Sox?" And I was like, probably shit.
Awful.
I'm like, and he's like,
I think they were the worst team in baseball of all time last year, weren't they? Did they break the record for least wins last year?
I thought that was Detroit. That was 10 years ago, and they had Bonderman and shit like that. They were the worst team of all time.
I think the White Sox might have broken it last year.
Damn, that's pathetic as shit.
Least wins.
He said, how are the Red Sox doing in baseball this year? I was like, oh, they're terrible. I'm like, everything's going bad.
There'll be least wins in a season.
Yeah, let me know who the worst team of all time is.
Oh, worst team of all time. Oh, come on. I don't want to hear modern era. All right, here we go.
The 1943 Orioles.
The White Sox were the worst team in the modern era since 1962.
Wow.
The 62 Mets lost only won 40 games. I want to see losses. Nope, the Chicago White Sox, worst team of all time, most losses, 121.
Holy shit.
They beat out the 1962 Mets by 1. The 03 Tigers were up there. They were 119 losses.
Wow, that's right. That was the Bonderman team and everything like that.
Oh, sorry. That was the 24 Red Sox. White Sox were the worst. The last year was the 25 Colorado Rockies with 119 losses.
Holy shit.
That's terrible. And then before that, 2018, the Orioles, 115 losses. The 2019 Tigers is what you were getting at, 114 losses. So,
God damn.
yeah, it's pretty bad. But
bless you.
thank you. God,
Hey,
jeez.
the Red Sox are only in the basement. They're only 11 and a half games behind. And
Oh,
they're
that's it?
25 and 34.
25 and 34. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, no, they're poor.
Yeah, they're a terrible team.
Who
but
cares?
anyway, all right. We're going to leave it there. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It has been an absolutely fascinating night, a great week. Patriots fans have nothing to be upset about. By the way, when I did my win-loss predictions last week for the Patriots, and I said 10 wins, just so everybody knows and I can put it on record, I was assuming they had A.J. Brown
Okay.
when I did that win-loss record. So
Fair.
I don't think I said it last week during that segment. I just want to make sure everybody knows that was how it went. I at least in my head, I was assuming that the Patriots were going to have A.J. Brown. I still think they're a 10-win team. 9-10 win team.
Damn.
On the fringe playoff team.
I still think 11 wins.
You know what? Here's the thing, though, Sean. I don't know that 9 or 10 wins doesn't win the division.
No, I know, because I don't think...
Because how much we really trust in Buffalo.
I don't have a lot of hope.
I mean,
for
week
Buffalo.
1, Buffalo's got to go on the road to Houston. Could be a rough start. But
let's not talk about Houston. Houston makes me upset because you don't know what the fuck is going on with the quarterback with C.J. Stroud there.
he sucks. And I'm glad that we were way ahead of the curve on that. We were so far ahead of the curve.
Because we were like, damn, Ohio State quarterback is good?
We outran our sirens on that one. Yeah, that's how that works. You know that what was it, the Doppler effect? Like if an emergency vehicle is traveling too fast that you don't actually hear the siren in time to know. And that's what we did with C.J. Stroud. We were so fast to declare him shit.
Yep.
We outran our sirens and nobody else could hear it. And everybody else was like, wait, what are you talking about? This guy's pretty good. And we were like, no, he's not. Trust us. And then it took till this year to get, T-boned in the intersection by the fire truck that you didn't hear coming.
Unbelievable.
I'm going to give myself a pat on the back. That is a fantastic
That's a
fucking
great analogy. Yeah, that's a great analogy.
Yeah. Anyway, for Mr. Betancourt, Plizzy, who could not be here again tonight, I am Joey Fats. This has been another episode of Row 1, Seat 1, and we might see you next week. We might not. If not, we'll see you in 3 weeks. Anyway, enjoy the month of June, regardless. Patriots fans.
Happy A.J. Brown week.
Enjoy your A.J. Brown day. Rams fans, enjoy your Myles Garret day. And for the rest of the other 30 teams out there, just enjoy the fact that you're probably going to be better than both of them. Unless, well, negative, not the Rams, but whatever. Fuck you.
Bye.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Eagle Fat